You're listening to Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 102.1 on your dial. KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
Gordon Sanders along with Greg Pitzer from the Jake Louisiana High School para-basketball games this evening. We'll have an abbreviated pregame for you in basketball action just around the corner. It's varsity girls and varsity boys play. Again, Greg, teams we've had a chance to see a few times this season.
Yeah, we saw them both last week. Louisiana's very improved from the prior seasons, and Elsberry coming away from a McLaughlin Tournament Championship should be a good night of ball.
And in varsity boys action, we kind of know to expect a solid ball game with Louisiana getting to see a very tough Elsberry club.
Yeah, this has kind of turned into a little bit of a rivalry game for the boys. This will be their 6th meeting in the last 2 years, and Elsberry's kind of gotten the better of them. So looking to see what Louisiana comes out, and if Elsberry can continue their dominance.
Gordon Sanders and Greg Pitzer from Louisiana broadcasting live. We've got action headed your direction between the Louisiana Bulldogs and Elsberry Indians, and it starts with varsity girls play. We'll take a look at the starting lineups and the keys of the game all headed your direction.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by.
We'll touch on some of the keys to the game as we roll along here. We've got our starting lineups brought to you by Community State Bank. Elsberry starters were just introduced, and the Louisiana starters were just introduced as well for this evening. Greg?
For Elsberry, we have a senior, number 10, Candace Dow, a sophomore, number 12, Katie Talbot, another senior, number 15, Mackenzie Gladney, another sophomore, number 25, Maya Blasterer, and another sophomore, number 33, Anna Talbot. And then for the Bulldogs, we have a junior, Tiana Campbell, number 5, another junior, number 10, Reagan Bowser, freshman, number 20, Reese Womack, junior, number 25, Deprecia Chapman, and another junior, number 25, Emily Powell to round out.
It was Reese Womack, jumping center for the Louisiana Bulldogs, who controlled the tip and are now setting things up on offense. First quarter of play just underway from Louisiana High School. Louisiana Bulldogs working around outside the arc. Right side into the hands of Campbell. Campbell back to the left side to Powell. Back to Campbell. Campbell picks up her dribble, goes right side, dribbling baseline as Bowser. Ball goes out of bounds, off the foot of Womack, rather, out of bounds.
And Elsberry comes out in that strong zone defense, as we see most girls' teams do nowadays.
The Louisiana Bulldogs going from the left to the right of your radio dial. The Elsberry Indians bringing the ball up the court right now, setting up their offense. Left wing feeding the ball inside now. Skip pass up top goes out of bounds. And the ball will go back to the Bulldogs.
A couple of turnovers to start the game tonight.
One for each team. Handling the ball at midcourt will be Campbell. Campbell gets it into Powell. Powell right side to Womack. Back up top now to Powell. Almost stolen away by the Indians. Able to hold on to it that time was Chapman. Getting the ball into the paint, putting the shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to the Indians. It was Campbell with the missed shot attempt that time. Elsberry gets it across half court. Left wing, left baseline, three-point shot put up, it's good. Candace Dowell knocks down the three to put up the first points of the ball game. Louisiana's going to bring it across half court. Set up their offense. Powell and Campbell up top. Ball hasn't made into the hands of Bowser yet inside. Louisiana still working outside the arc, looking for an open shot. Loose ball gets away from Campbell, goes out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana.
And that's kind of been one of the issues for the Bulldog girls of late. Womack kind of struggling with turnovers. She's got a lot of skill. She's only a freshman, but she really needs to improve in that area.
So Elsberry's going to set things up on offense. Left wing, the ball above her head is Flaster. Flaster tries to get the ball inside, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, good deflection by the defense of the Bulldogs that time to force a bad pass.
So Elsberry gets the ball in, passing up the three-point shot, dribbling to her left, passing to her left, shot fed down low, put up off the glass, no good. Missed shot that time by the Indians. Coming away with it is Womack, and she's fouled.
Yeah, and on that last possession, it was a great pass by Elsberry to get it to the low block. Just couldn't finish the easy one on the block.
3-0 is the score, 5:53 on the clock. We're in the first quarter of play. The Louisiana Bulldogs setting things up again on offense. Bounce pass intended down low, trying to get it into the hands of Bowser. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Indians. Plaster getting a hand on the ball. More turnovers than points so far.
Yeah, kind of a sloppy start to this game.
Three-point shot put up Louisiana right wing, no good. Air ball by Womack. Fighting for it, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Indians. That was Bowser on the floor for Louisiana.
Yeah, great hustle by Bowser to get in there and fight for the ball and get the ball back ultimately.
Scrappy would be an appropriate term, right?
Yeah, very scrappy. That's kind of the style she plays.
Louisiana looking to inbound, foul called against Elsberry.
Yeah, I believe that was on number 32.
If so, that would be, should be, I think the second team foul, or is that the
Yeah,
case?
second team foul on the Indians.
Yeah, should be. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana. It was off the hands, I believe, of Reagan Bowser.
And Elsberry's defense is very handsy. They're very physical. And Louisiana's going to have to find a way to deal with that.
Louisiana not dropping all the way back, but about three-quarter court pressure. Elsberry breaks it. Gets across half court, stolen away now, that time by Womack. Womack intercepted the pass, gets it to Powell, and Powell will bring it across half court to Campbell. Now to Bowser down on the right wing. Bowser not used her dribble yet, does, gets it to Chapman. Back to Bowser, over on the right wing. She gets it to Campbell, swing it all the way around. Womack to Chapman, then back up top. Now feeding inside to Powell. Powell drives, kicks it out to Bowser. Bowser from about 10, no good. Loose ball being knocked around. Elsberry comes away with it in transition. 2-on-3 break for the Indians, and the ball goes out of bounds.
Again, another opportunity for Elsberry there to get points on the board, and just sloppy passing turns into another turnover.
3-0 our score, 4:41 to go in the first quarter of play from Louisiana High School. The Louisiana Bulldogs trailing the Elsberry Indians by 3. Three-point shot put up, no good by Womack. Rebound controlled by the Indians. Coming away with it is Talbot. Bringing the ball across half court, Dowell. Dowell bounce pass, right side to Talbot. And the Elsberry Indians working around outside the arc, look to set up their offense. Dowell gives up her dribble. She's hounded by Bowser, and a foul's called.
I didn't see who they got with that one there. Looks like it was on Bowser, her first. And she kind of struggles getting into foul trouble in a lot of games. I know that frustrates Coach Brandstutter.
Makes a big difference when she can stay out of foul trouble and is still around later in the ball game. Three-point shot put up by the Indians, good. That's Dowell again.
Yeah, her second three of the game. She's got all the points through 4 minutes.
6-0 to score, 3:57 to go in the first quarter of play. Womack with the ball, comes up top now to Campbell. Right side to Pedersen. Peterson in the ball game for Louisiana. Bounce pass now by Campbell, stolen away by Elsberry. Elsberry coming up court. Outside the arc again, passing up the three-pointers. Dowell. She goes left side. Three-point shot put up by Talbot. No good. And it's Campbell coming away with it for the Bulldogs. Elsberry dropping all the way back. No pressure.
Yeah, Louisiana's got to find a way to get the ball in the paint here.
Louisiana working it around outside the arc right now. Skip past Pedersen. Bounce pass now inside. Losing the handle on it, getting it back is Stewart. Stewart finally gets the ball back out to Campbell. And a pass that time from Reese. Intercepted. Elsberry quickly up court, lays it off the glass and in.
Great pass by Dowell to Talbot for the easy finish on the breakaway.
Pedersen now with the ball for Louisiana, goes left side to Campbell as the Louisiana Bulldogs working it around the arc. Very deliberate, hoping to find something open for Stewart. Pedersen, three-point shot off the rim. It's no good. Rebound hauled down that time by the Indians, who again look to get up court quickly. Wide open shot on the glass and a foul.
Again, the same combo. Dowell to Talbot on the block for the easy finish, and it looks like Bransler is going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Bulldogs. They're trailing by 10, 10-0. Elsberry leads. You're listening to Area High School basketball action on Eagle 102.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, broadcasting from Louisiana High School. Lady Bulldogs trailing by 10 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play to the Elsberry Indians. Louisiana, again, looking to set something up on offense. And as you mentioned, Greg, no real luck getting anything going inside.
No, right now they just need to find a way to get a bucket. Probably get to the free throw line would be the best way to get going here. But they've struggled to get anything.
Driving, almost losing the ball, losing her footing. Tries to keep it in play. The Louisiana Bulldogs, it's Reese having it stolen away by Elsberry. Now a three-point shot at the other end put up. No good by Dowell. Coming away with the rebound is Campbell. And she's going to be called for a travel.
Yeah, she kind of just lost her footing trying to grab the rebound, fell to her knees. Ultimately, it's going to get the ball back to the Indians under the basket.
So the Indians have a 10-point lead and the ball. Gladney will handle the inbounds for Elsberry. Gets the ball in, top of the key to Plaster. Plaster being guarded by Bowser. She goes right side to Gladney. Gladney gets the ball right baseline. That time to Chigola.
Louisiana's kind of amping up the pressure here.
Three-point shot by Dowell off the rim, no good. Rebound put back up quickly. It's no good. Rebounded again by Elsberry, and again, and a foul is called. Back-to-back rebounds that time, hauled down by Chigola.
And they're going to get Bowser again. That'll be her second.
Two fouls for Reagan Bowser in the first quarter of play.
Looks like Womack will be checking in for her.
Free throws put up. It's good by Barber. Barber, the 5'8" sophomore for the Elsberry Lady Indians. Barber gets another one. Looks to stretch the lead to 12. Lane violation.
Yeah, it looks like they got a little lane violation there to cancel the shot.
Free throw didn't go, but it wouldn't have anyway, and it's 11-0 Elsberry over Louisiana. Louisiana still looking for their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and I think they just need to calm down right now. Relax and play basketball.
Working around the arc, looking for a shot. Powell goes left side. Pedersen, three-point shot. Air ball, no good. Out of bounds, last touch by Barber of the Indians.
It looks like Barber might have expected that to nick the rim, and it kind of came on there real fast. Wasn't ready for it.
Timeout, Elsberry. 11-0 the score. 41 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. You're listening to area high school basketball action on the Eagle 102.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram
Royal
Plumbing.
Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
A three-point shot was put up, was no good by Chapman. On the rebound, it was Pedersen who was fouled by the Indians, so Louisiana got to inbound the ball again. Powell with it at the top of the key. Goes to Womack, right side. Now to Chapman. Chapman back up top that time to Reese. Reese with the ball at the top of the key. Shot by Womack. Put up left side. No good. Rebound hauled down that time by Reese. And she's fouled.
That'll be the second quick one on Barber. That was a good move and good shot by Womack, and Reese came down with the rebound. We'll see what they can do here just to get on the board.
Louisiana looking for their first point with 12 seconds to go in the first quarter, and they're still looking.
Yeah, but it's good. It's always good to get to the free throw line here. Try to get something going, but as you said, I mean, they've not had anything go down.
The upside is to not make a point and be trailing by 11. That's manageable.
Yeah, still very much in the game.
Off the rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound as Womack goes out of bounds. Looks like it was last touched by the Bulldogs.
Looks like they're going to amp up the full court press here. They got to find a way to get something going.
And as you said, Greg, full court pressure from the Bulldogs. Elsberry breaks it. Dowell cross half court, loses the handle on it. Saying last touch that time by Womack, I believe, out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs, and the Indians will inbound the ball. There were some wholesale substitutions for Elsberry. Dowell's getting in, goes up to the top of the key. Elsberry working around, time running down, 2 seconds, one shot at the buzzer, off the rim, no good. That's how the first quarter of play ends. Elsberry jumps out to an 11-0 lead over the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs here at Louisiana High School. You're listening to area high school sports action on KJFM Radio.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
First of two games this evening. Second quarter just underway. 11-0 score. Elsberry with the ball. Shots put up off the rim. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Getting it. The Indians. Shot up again. No good. That time by Gladney. Now Louisiana with it in transition. Reese drives, and she's going to be fouled.
Yeah, she went down kind of hard here. She's still down. Looks like Eric Schaefer, our trainer, is going to get up and take a look at her.
Give her a quick minute to get her bearings. When she came away with the ball, took it quickly down court. And the contact was on the drive as she was going for the basket.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of playing around with her wrist and her left arm right now. Hopefully nothing serious.
11-0 the score, 7:38 the second quarter just underway. The Indians on top of the Bulldogs right now. Jalea Reese, the 5'5" sophomore for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, is up. Seems to be okay. They're calling her this direction. Will she, on that, would you have to substitute?
I don't know that you would have to, but it looks like they are substituting, which will be interesting. I don't know if the foul was on the shot. If so,
you obviously substitute for your best free throw shooter, right?
Yeah, I think you would want your, at this point, yes, just to get on the board. And it looks like Pedersen's going to be the call.
Pedersen is a sophomore, 5'5", wears number 1 for the Bulldogs. Free throw is up, rolls around, no good. She'll get another one.
Something's got to go here.
Pedersen eyes free throw number 2. It's up and in, and Louisiana's on the board.
There they are. That may be all they needed to get going here.
11-1, Elsberry on top. Bulldogs picking Elsberry up just before they're crossing half court. 3-point shot from the Indians' right side, no good by Plaster. Rebound controlled by the Bulldogs, and accidentally stolen away by the Indians. Any other way to characterize that?
No, not really. Just kind of poked out from behind, not paying attention.
Driving, putting up the shot. It's no good as Talbot coming away with the rebound. That time, I believe, was Powell. Down to the hands of Pedersen. Tries to go cross court, stolen away by Elsberry, but Talbot lost the handle on it and it went out of bounds.
And with the long cross-court passes, Louisiana has to be more careful. They've given up some easy buckets off those in transition.
Both teams struggle a little bit with protecting the ball early.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers so far.
Womack with the ball, bounce pass, stolen away by the Indians. Dowell with it. She's crossed half court. And Elsberry's going to try to set something up on offense following another Bulldogs turnover.
And that was right on cue.
3-point shot right side, put up, it's good. Plaster, the 5'9" sophomore, knocks it down for the Indians, and it's 14-1 Elsberry. 13 points, their largest lead of the game. Loose ball again, stolen away by the Indians. Driving, putting up the shot, it's good. Talbot with it, and it's now a 15-point lead for Elsberry. So a quick turn after Louisiana got on the board.
Yeah, just sloppy basketball right now from the Lady Bulldogs.
Inside to Powell. She's going to drive, put up the shot, no good. Elsberry coming away with the rebound. It was either blocked or partially blocked by the Indians when Powell took it into the paint that time. Now Elsberry crossed half court and looks to set things up on offense. Right wing, then back up top to Dowell. Dowell closer to the hash mark than the arc. At that point now back towards top of the key. Finds a cutting Talbot who puts up the shot. It's no good. Rebound put up and in that time by Chigola.
It was a good cut by Talbot. She had a good look and just missed, and Chigola was in the right place at the right time for the putback.
So the Louisiana Bulldogs have it again on offense. Trailing now by 17 and already at a point with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter where they need to find some points offensively.
Definitely got to get something to go down here and get some stops on defense and slowly just climb back in the game.
Looking to drive, right wing is Womack. Tries to get the ball back up to Pedersen. Knocked away by Elsberry, but Pedersen regains control as Louisiana works it around outside the arc. Campbell now up top to Pedersen. Right side to Womack. Bounce pass to Chapman. Chapman gives up her dribble. Goes back to Campbell. Now inside to Campbell, nothing there. She kicks it out to Chapman, and Louisiana still working the ball around outside the arc. Good defense from Elsberry.
Yeah, great defense. Good job closing out on shooters.
Driving into the paint, nothing there. Bounce pass to Powell. Powell loses the ball out of bounds, goes off her foot.
And right now it just seems like Murphy's Law is real for the Lady Bulldogs. And a turnover by Powell. She's been their most consistent player all year, and she's just not really gotten anything to go for tonight.
A number of substitutions for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs.
Looks like Bowser's back in the game. Stewart and Bradley.
Bowser playing with 2 fouls.
They're going to get a moving screen on Talbot there, Anna Talbot.
So the foul will go against Elsberry. One of the times where a whistle's involved with Bowser, and she did not pick up the foul.
Yeah, it's a rare commodity there.
Bringing it across half court is Powell. She goes left side to Reese. Reese gives up her dribble. Now goes left side into the ball game is Emerson Bradley for the Lady Bulldogs. Bradley left wing. In the hands of Powell. Powell's going to swing it around up top. Tries to get it to Bowser, stolen away by the Indians. Indians trying to get it across half court and do. Now working around outside the arc, get it in the hands of Dowell. Most of their offense runs through her. Driving baseline, picking up her dribble, nothing there. Then gets the ball to Reller. Reller puts up the shot, no good. Louisiana with it in transition. Driving is Powell. And a foul is going to be called as Emily Powell takes it to the hoop.
And that's good for Powell to get to the rim. That one could have been a charge, could have gone either way, but ultimately the refs called a block, and Powell's going to get 2 shots at the line here. And that's also the second on Anna Talbot.
And the 7th team foul for Elsberry. The free throw's up, no good for Powell.
So Louisiana might have an opportunity here at the close of the half to get to the line and shoot some free throws. But
if could get that lid off.
Yeah, right now they're 1 of 6 from the line.
Powell's next free throw is in and out, no good. Elsberry with the ball, 18-1 the score, 3:31 to go in the second quarter of play as the Indians look to set things up on offense. Into the paint, then kicking it out. That time was Chigola. Now it's in the hands of Dowell. Dowell outside the arc. She goes right side, back to Chigola. Looking to feed the ball inside, trying to get it in that time. Believe it was to Plaster. And then it goes out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Bulldogs.
I think they're actually going to get Powell with a push there. That'll be her first foul. Only the third team foul for the Bulldogs, though.
Elsberry is inbounding. We'll pass along a few finals from other varsity scores around the area to you in just a matter of moments. Trying to get the ball up top that time to Reller, and it's stolen away by the Lady Bulldogs. Pedersen cross half court. She goes right side to Bowser, who's going to drive, put up the shot, no good. Rebound hauled down that time. I believe it was by Bradley, and the foul's called.
No, I think they got a tie-up.
Jump ball?
Yep, Dow got in and got her hands on it and forced the tie-up there, but the Bulldogs will keep possession.
Pedersen will inbound the ball. Reese with it on the inbounds pass on the left wing. Dribbles it out and then bounces it back to Bowser, to Pedersen, now inside to Stewart, back out to Bowser. She'll take the three-point shot from the left wing, no good. Elsberry coming away with it, looking to push it up court quickly. Defensive pressure that time from Reese, and it looks like she knocked it away, but it was last touch by the Indians.
Great hustle by Reese to catch up to the play from behind and tapped it from behind, and ultimately the Elsberry Indians knocked it out.
Indians have dropped all the way back. They'll just pick up Louisiana when they set up their offense. Couple final scores. Silex defeats Clopton 45-41 in varsity girls action, and Bowling Green defeats Van Far 56-43 in varsity girls play. Three-point shot, Reese, good.
Great find and a great shot by Reese there. It's their only field goal that's gone down. Boy, that Silex and Clopton's really turned into some good battles.
Good D that time by Reese. Gets a hand on it. Elsberry maintains control that time as they're looking to set things up on offense. Swinging it around right side. Reller now back around to the top of the key to Plaster. Inside out. Plaster three-point shot. No good. Air ball controlled inside by Elsberry. And when Chigola's putting up the shot, she's fouled. 14-8 is our score with 1:44 to go in the second quarter of play. The Louisiana Bulldogs trailing by 14 right now. They've trailed by as many as 17, as didn't find their first points of the ball game until the second quarter. A number of years ago, that was not something that was uncommon, as Louisiana was rebuilding their girls program and struggling for a period of time. You've seen some huge strides taken in the last couple of years.
Absolutely. I mean, Coach Brancer, this isn't his first go-around of turning around a program. He actually turned around the boys program in the early teen years of this decade, or excuse me, this century. And he's doing the same thing with the girls. He's really done a good job.
So would it be fair when we're talking about Derek, we can refer to at the beginning of this century, because that sounds fun?
Yeah.
Louisiana setting things up on offense. It's Pedersen at the top of the key. She's going to drive into the paint, dish off to Powell. Powell puts up the shot. Getting a piece of it that time, I believe, was Kenzie Koch of the Indians. Louisiana was able to maintain possession, though. Pedersen with it. Goes cross court to Bowser. She's going to drive, looks to put up the shot, and she's fouled.
I believe that's going to be the third on Barber. And a good job by Bowser going to the rim. Get to the free throw line and try to get some easy points here.
Anything Louisiana is able to put up with the clock stop will help. Reagan's first is up and good.
Yeah, that one looked pretty smooth.
19-5 our score with 1:08 to go in the first half of play.
While Louisiana's really struggled, it still only is a 14-point deficit here in the first half. Totally manageable.
Bowser's second free throw's up and in. Still that token three-quarter court pressure. Elsberry cross half court, getting the ball in the hands of Gladney. Gladney now to Dowell. Dowell's going to drive into the paint, then jump back outside the arc. Stolen away by Pedersen. Pedersen's got an open lane. She drives, shots up, no good. A little bit of defensive pressure as she was headed to the basket that time by Talbot, and then it went out of bounds. Last touch by Elsberry.
Great job by Talbot hustling and making a tough play or a tough finish for Pedersen.
Powell is inbounding for Louisiana.
Close to a 5 count there.
Gets the ball up top to Reese. And back to Powell, who goes inside now to Pedersen. She's going to put up the shot. Rolls around, no good. Coming away with it is Koch for Elsberry. Quickly up court now, driving to the basket, and a foul's going to be called. That was Plaster taking the ball to the rim that time.
Yeah, they're going to get Reese for a block there. Just not getting her feet set.
19-6 our score with 32.7 seconds on the clock. Campbell coming into the game, Bowser checking out.
Yeah, I think Branster's going to try to protect her from getting a third foul here in the last 30 seconds.
Elsberry inbounds. Dowell, three-point shot right wing off the rim, no good. Rebound hauled in by Plaster. Elsberry backs it out, sets up their offense again. Campbell not giving Dowell that much room outside the arc this time. Shot put up right elbow off the back of the rim. And good. It falls. That was good for Talbot. 21-6 the score. Louisiana now quickly up court. Womack gets it to Campbell, to Pedersen, to Powell. Right side to Reese. Reese, three-point shot at the buzzer, off the rim. No good. After the first half of play, the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs trail the Elsberry Lady Indians 21-6. Halftime on the way. You're listening to Area High School basketball on KJFM Radio.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer broadcasting from Louisiana High School at the Jake. We've got 2 games tonight. Varsity girls play, varsity boys play. The Louisiana Lady Bulldogs and Louisiana Bulldogs playing host to the Lady Indians. And the Indians, we've talked about it before. These are ball clubs that are pretty familiar with each other. We've also talked about the strides the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs have made and look very good at points this season, even though we're still just kind of in the midway point. If you're going to have a game like this to get out of your system, now would probably be the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get all these games out of your system before you get to February, because that's after the Bowling Green tournament, that's the home stretch when you want to be playing good basketball heading into the districts. And as you said, they have been very improved. They're 6-7 right now. They've already won more games than they won all of last year. And, I mean, I just can't say enough about Derek Branstedter's coaching job and what he's done with the girls.
Both teams struggled with turnovers, so when we take a look at that 21-6 score, it would be wrong to assume, well, Louisiana was turned the ball. There were turnovers, but Elsberry had their fair share too. Louisiana just struggled terribly from the field, and especially that first quarter where they didn't find a bucket.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, both teams are turning the ball over quite a bit. The difference is Elsberry's getting shots off, and Louisiana's really not getting any shots off at all. And when they do, I mean, they're not great looks.
And as we saw during the Clopton tournament last week, a 15-point deficit can be erased.
Yes, it can very quickly. I mean, I myself have experienced that in high school, and we saw it last week in the Clopton tournament. I mean, no lead is safe.
Scoring in the first half for Louisiana and Elsberry?
For the Bulldogs, we have Jordan Pedersen at 1 point, Reagan Bowser at 2, and Jalea Reese hit a 3 to have their 6 points. And for Elsberry, we had Talbot leading the way with 8, Dow with 6, Plasterer with 3, Chagola with 3, and Barber with 1.
Other scores from around the area this evening in varsity girls play. It was Silex defeating Clopton 45-41, and as you mentioned, that's already turned into a heck of a matchup.
Yeah, it really has. Speaking of, I mean, we just talked about leads not being safe. I mean, just last week we saw Silex come back and beat Clopton in the Clopton tournament, and then they handled business again tonight. So that's big for the Silex Owls and Robert James.
Yeah, and Silex is one of the smaller schools that really benefits from a bigger schedule and has for years.
Yeah, they really have. They play all bigger schools, and then by the time they get to districts, they've experienced some competition, and they know what to expect. It really helps out along the way.
Also, varsity girls play. It was Bowling Green defeating Van Far by a score of 56-43. The Lady Bobcats picked up the win this evening. At the half, Louisiana is trailing Elsberry by a score of 21-6. We have more headed your direction during the halftime show on Eagle 102.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102, brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and A Taste of Philly.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer from Louisiana High School at the half, 21-6 is our score. The Louisiana Bulldogs trailing the Elsberry Indians. We'll have varsity boys action coming up next. Among the busy week next week, the Quincy Shootout. Are you familiar at all, Greg, with what's going on up in Quincy the last 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a little bit familiar with it. I've never been, but I know they do attract some big schools from across the country to come up and play, and it's some really good basketball.
Jim Ross has gone the last couple years, had a piece that was in the Patriot on it, and is strongly recommended if you want to see some of the top players in the nation. Some of the schools that come in have kids that are ranked high. They're going to D1 schools, and we do see occasionally some local schools show up. Elsberry will start things off up at the Quincy Shootout next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. when they play Southeastern from Augusta, Illinois. And then Father Talton, of course, a familiar name is there, but you've got schools from Chicago, Dallas, from Mount Pleasant, Utah, out of St. Louis, Vashon, of course, which are a lot familiar with.
Yeah, Vashon's known definitely for their basketball. They've had a lot of very, very good teams throughout the years, and they're always going to be a perennial team in St. Louis to watch.
So there's lots of area high school basketball action, of course, happening, and we've got tournament time continuing on. Bowling Green tournament just around the corner as well, and then, of course, everything heats up with district play. We were talking just a little bit ago about the smaller schools where you spend basically all season playing schools that are a little bit bigger than you. That's something that going back decades we've seen impacts with the Silex Owls, also with the Clopton Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are known for their girls basketball, and both have had very good runs throughout the years, and playing a bigger and tougher schedule definitely becomes impactful later on when you experience adversity. You know how to battle it, and you're prepared.
When you can combine that with a lot of legitimate talent, solid coaching, all that kind of stuff, it just helps prepare you for that postseason. Speaking of things we're getting prepared for, the second half is just around the corner. Elsberry at the half leads Louisiana 21-6. The second half of play is coming up. You're listening to area high school basketball action on KJFM Radio.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, A Taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A Taste of Philly, Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Second half underway. Elsberry with the ball outside the arc is Dowell. Elsberry will be going from the left to the right of your radio dial in this half. Dowell, right side, three-point shot, baseline, put up, no good. High off the glass. Elsberry coming away with the rebound. Dowell's going to take another three. Right side, no good. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Indians.
Yeah, Dow with 2 good looks there, just couldn't get one to go. And for the Bulldogs, they got to do a better job rebounding in this half.
Elsberry not picking up Louisiana till half court. Powell's picked up by Dowell. Then she's trapped on the right baseline, trying to get the ball to Womack. Instead, steps out.
Yeah, Elsberry came out in the zone and trapped right when Powell got across the half court line and forced a quick turnover.
21-6, third quarter of play just underway. Dowell across half court. She goes left side with it to Talbot. Back into the hands of Dowell up top as Elsberry's working around outside the arc. Into the paint, then out right side, trying to get the ball back to Dowell at the top, and it's Bowser getting a hand on it, knocking it out of bounds.
That's something to watch for the second half is Bowser's defensive influence.
Dowell's going to go left side, now back into her hands, swinging it around to the right, outside the arc. Elsberry kind of deliberate on offense.
Yeah, they're going to be sure to take their time, not force anything here.
Got a 15-point lead to start the second half. They've led by as many as 17 in the game.
And in girls basketball, because most teams play zone, once you get a decent lead, it can be easy to kind of churn the clock out.
Elsberry's working it outside the arc. Into the paint, doesn't stay there for long, kicked right back out again. Now Dowell's going to drive. Goes baseline with it, and again, kicking the ball out is Gladney. Three-point shot put up by Dowell off top of the rim, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Campbell, and it goes out of bounds, last touch by Campbell.
And for Louisiana, that's so frustrating to play defense for that long and have a chance at a rebound and knock it out of bounds to get the ball right back to Elsberry.
So Elsberry inbounds and is setting things up on offense. Again, very patient. Looking for a good shot. And fine passing up everything else.
Yeah, they've done a good job of getting some really good looks tonight.
Gladney goes back up top to Dowell. Dowell eyes a deep three, passes it up. Goes to right to Talbot. Talbot guarded by Campbell. Into the paint this time. Couple quick dribbles, putting up the shot. Good defensive pressure that time by Powell. Goes out of bounds, last touch by Louisiana.
Louisiana's playing much better defense to start here, but they've been on defense the whole second half so far.
There's Plaster looking to put up that shot last time around. Elsberry has inbound. Dowell at the top of the key. Goes left side to Talbot. Now back up top to Dowell. Right side to Gladney. Left elbow to Plaster. Now working the ball inside. Losing a handle on it. Now being triple teamed and able to kick it back out to Dowell as the Indians look to reset again. Driving baseline left side. Cutting into the paint is Gladney. She gets shot, gets the pass, puts up the shot. It's no good. Fighting for the loose ball as Louisiana went out of bounds, and looks like maybe it was that time thrown off the leg of an Elsberry Lady Indian.
Yeah, it looked like Campbell saved it from going out of bounds and threw it right off the shin of one of the Elsberry Lady Indians.
So Louisiana's now setting things up on offense, and a foul's going to be called as Womack looks to go right baseline.
And that'll be Talbot picking up her second.
2 for Katie Talbot. It was near the end. Well, actually about 3 minutes and change left in the second quarter of play when Elsberry ended up committing their 7th foul and sending Louisiana to the free throw line in the second quarter. Louisiana putting up a 3-point shot right side is Womack. From the right wing, it's no good. Loose ball being fought for, and it's going to be called jump ball.
Yeah, they got a little tie up there on the rebound. That's a good job of Louisiana getting a good look from inside out there. Much better flow offensively.
Powell inbounds to Chapman. She's on left wing, brings it up top to Bowser. Now back left side to Powell, and she's going to swing it around to the top of the key. Get the ball. Oh, pass inside, no good. Stolen away by Elsberry, as it was just an errant pass that the Lady Indians were able to corral, and they quickly bring it up court and set things up on offense. 3-point shot, left wing, put up by Dowell. It's no good. Loose ball running around and finally collected by Chapman of the Lady Bulldogs, and Louisiana brings it up the court. Powell gives up her dribble. Gets it to Womack. Womack tries to go inside to Chapman. Loose ball on the floor, being fought for, and it's a jump ball.
And another just errant, sloppy pass by the Bulldogs. to get the ball back to the Indians. That's really been the problem tonight.
The possession arrow that time in favor of Elsberry. So they'll inbound near the hash mark.
So far through 4 minutes of action, no points in this second half.
Three-quarter court pressure from the Lady Bulldogs. Elsberry breaks it, gets it across half court. Gladney has it on the right wing. All the way now to left wing, and then back up top. Working through Elsberry players on offense. Looking to set something up at the top of the key again is Talbot. Now to Gladney. Puts the ball on the floor, drives right wing, and right back up to top. Now driving into the paint, putting the shot up and in, off the glass, and good is Anna Talbot.
Beautiful move there to get to the rim and ultimately get the finish, get Elsberry on the board for this third quarter.
Reese has it now for Louisiana near the top of the key. Dowell trying to strip it away. Reese finally finds the handle, gets it to Pedersen. Pedersen's three-point shot off the rim, no good. Loose ball hauled in that time by Chigola. Chigola able to get the ball now to Talbot, and Talbot cross half court for Elsberry. Dowell out near half court, puts the ball on the floor, goes right side to Gladney. Cross court pass, shot put up, no good by Katie Talbot, but a foul's called. (23-6) is our score, 2:44 to go in the third quarter of play. The Lady Indians leading the Lady Bulldogs. We've got varsity boys action headed your direction a little bit later this evening. Elsberry now inbounding the ball. It's into Gladney, now to Talbot. Pass inside now to posting up Gladney, who then gets a nice bounce pass to Talbot. Loose ball. Her shot was no good, corralled by Elsberry. Another shot's put up. It's good, and it was knocking it down. That time was Plaster from just inside the left elbow.
It was a good find there by Chigola. Find Plaster at the free throw line and knocked it down.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Elsberry. Louisiana will inbound. Triggerman's Campbell into Pedersen, then back to Campbell. Goes left side to Womack. Top to Campbell, stolen away by the Elsberry Lady Indians when Campbell was trying to go inside, that time to Pedersen. So now the Lady Bulldogs are back on defense with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of play, trailing by 19. Elsberry running their offense, right side, outside the arc, now top of the key, driving into the paint, putting up the shot. It rolls around and in for Plaster. Being deliberate until they see a seam.
Yep, that's all they need to do right now. And Louisiana may want to take notes on that.
And Louisiana trying to get something going on offense. Reese with the ball, gives up her dribble. She's being double teamed left baseline. Throws it out of bounds off the foot of Chigola.
And Reese just got trapped in the corner. Not the best place to pick up your dribble.
Ella Barber checking into the game. Mackenzie Gladney taking a seat. Bulldogs inbound. Campbell with it. Up top, left side to Pedersen. To Womack. Swinging it back around to the right side. Campbell to Pedersen. Now left corner again to Womack. Dogs working around outside the arc. Nothing going on in the paint. Reese with the ball now over on the right wing. She's going to drive into the paint, then kick it out to Pedersen. Womack, three-point shot. Left wing, off the rim, no good. Rebound, it looked like corralled by Chigola. Reese was in the neighborhood. Chigola was on the floor. The ball was out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to get Reese for a push there. Kind of incidental contact, got her in the back. And one of the things Louisiana needs to do offensively is attack the basket more off the dribble. They're just too content throwing the ball around the perimeter.
Light pressure from Louisiana as Elsberry gets it across half court. Quickly moves the offense. Shot put up by Barber. It's no good. Looks like Louisiana might have got a piece of it. Came away with the ball and quickly up court. Powell now has it outside the arc. Left side, left wing to Pedersen. Back up top to Powell. Back to Pedersen, left wing. Now down in the corner to Reese. At the free throw line is Powell, but she kicks it right back out to Pedersen. Louisiana looking for a shot. Reese with it, left wing, get past to Chapman. Chapman sees a little space, drives, nothing there, kicks it out to Powell, who collects it before it goes out of bounds, brings it back around to Reese, now to Pedersen. She'll drive into the paint, put up the shot at the buzzer, no good. After 3 quarters of play, Elsberry leads Louisiana 27-6. You're listening to Varsity Girls Basketball action on KJFM Radio.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
27-6 is the score. Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer from Louisiana High School. This is tough for the Lady Bulldogs, a club that's made a lot of positive strides, but here you're just looking to end on an up note, right?
Yeah, right now you're just trying to climb back into this any way you can and end on a positive note, as you stated.
3-point shot put up, no good. I think it was Campbell on the 3 that time. Loose ball fought for, and it looks like it was just tied up, and the possession error will go in favor of Elsberry, right?
Yep, Elsberry's got the ball, and Louisiana's got the full court pressure here.
And it results in a turnover. Campbell with it. Drives into the paint. Not much there. Has to force the shot up. It's no good. Rebound brought down by the Lady Indians. Chigola with the rebound. Elsberry quickly cross half court. There's that defensive intensity you're talking about.
Yeah, Bowser's all up in their shorts right now. And that's what they need, though.
Driving baseline. Nothing there. Stolen away by Bowser. Bowser across half court. It's a 1-on-4 at that point. Loose ball thrown away, collected by Dowell, and Dowell's fouled.
Yeah, Bowser just kind of panicked there and threw and turned it. No one was there at all, and Dowell ran away and caught it. And Powell with, honestly, a good foul because it was going to be a layup.
So Elsberry will inbound the ball. Blaster will be the trigger man. She goes right side to Dowell. Dowell's just inside the arc. Sends the ball up to the top of the key. And Elsberry's going to work it around again on offense. That defensive pressure is still there. That dial did turn for Louisiana at that rolling into the fourth quarter of play. Whatever Coach Brandstetter passed along to him.
Yeah, Coach Brandstetter can get pretty fiery in timeouts and quarter breaks, and the Bulldogs will come out playing a lot harder here at the start of the fourth. We'll see if they can
you are
continue.
able to speak to that directly, right?
Yes, I am. I've been part of those.
27-6 is the score. Shot put up by Elsberry. Air ball, no good. Campbell comes away with it. She's wrapped up, and possession arrow in favor of Louisiana. 6:50 to go still in this ball game. Louisiana trailing by 21. 27-6 is the score. Lady Bulldogs cross half court. Campbell to Powell. Powell up on the right wing. Bounce pass right side to Chapman. Now inside to Bowser. Bowser kicks it out to Chapman, then to Powell, then top of the key. Again to Campbell. Powell. They play catch at the top of the key. See it cutting Bowser. Reagan's not getting a lot there, but she's fighting for her space.
She is. She is moving and fighting hard.
Ball comes back inside to Reagan. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Might have been off her foot. No full court pressure now.
No, they're going to drop back into their half-court zone. And really, I mean, the story of the game so far and throughout this game has been just turnovers for Louisiana.
27-6, the score, 6:12 on the clock. Elsberry leading Louisiana. Elsberry working around outside the arc, trying to go inside to Gladney. Goes out of bounds, saying last touch by Gladney. Elsberry's dropping back. Louisiana's bringing the ball across half court.
It looks like Brandster's calling out a set play here.
Womack with the ball on the right wing. Tries to go to swing it back around to from the left wing to the right wing. Tried to swing it back around to Campbell. Knocked out of bounds by the Elsberry Lady Indians. Womack's going to take a seat. Pedersen checks into the ball game. Campbell gets the ball into Powell. Left side to Pedersen. Back to Powell, back to Pedersen. Around to Campbell. She's out on the right wing. Louisiana's working it around outside the arc. Powell on the left elbow, now flashing. Getting the ball is Campbell. Campbell gets it to Bowser, now to Powell. Powell's in the paint, then kicks it outside to Chapman. Now right back to Powell again. Takes a couple dribbles. Had the open shot, but didn't realize it till she already committed to kicking it out to Campbell, and Louisiana's now trying to set it up again. Quick pass inside to Bowser, who gets up the shot, and she's fouled.
Good pass by Chapman to find Bowser on the weak side on the block there. And Bowser is 2 for 2 from the line, so we'll see if she can continue that.
Is the first of 2 for Reagan. Off the front of the rim, no good. She'll get another. Bowser on the court along with Pedersen, Chapman, Powell, and Campbell. Bowser's next free throw is up off the back of the rim, no good. Fighting for it that time is Dowell and Campbell. Called a jump ball. The possession arrow now in favor of Elsberry.
And Louisiana back in the full court pressure here.
Elsberry trying to break that press. Loose ball. Bowser almost coming away with it. And timeout Elsberry. 27-6 is the score with 5 minutes to go in the ball game. You're listening to area high school basketball action on Eagle 102.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Elsberry gets the ball in. Gladney has it, and a foul's called.
Yeah, they had her trapped, and I think they got Bowser. She just got a little bit too handsy. You should always stay straight up in the trap.
So Elsberry will inbound again from the left hash mark, getting it to Dowell. Full court pressure they seem to have struggled with a little bit. Plaster finally gets it across to Dowell. Dowell now quickly pushes it. Once they get into the half court, they're good, but travel called.
Yeah, they got her with a travel. I think she picked up her pivot foot.
So it's going to be Louisiana ball. Again, Elsberry dropping all the way back. Other scores to update you on, the Bowling Green Bobcats lead the Van Far Indians, and Varsity Boys play by a score of 30-22 in the second quarter of play. Lady Bulldogs working it around outside the arc. Reese with it on the left wing, now back up top to Campbell, now back to Reese, now to Bowser, who sees a little bit of room in the paint, and she tries to pass it inside to Powell, and it's stolen away that time by Talbot.
And Bowser's going to pick up her fifth here.
So Bowser heads toward the bench. Checking into the ball game is Womack. That's number 5, so Reagan's done with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Another Varsity Boys score to pass along the Hawks on top of the Owls, 27-9 in the second quarter of play. Make that 28-9. Elsberry setting things up on offense. Dowell goes inside now to Gladney. Gladney's going to turn, put it up from about 8. No good. Rebound hauled down by Womack. Womack gets it to Pedersen. Pedersen crossed half court. She's right wing. Now come back up top to Campbell, to Womack. Bounce pass inside in the paint to Powell. Kicked it out as is being worked around, knocked away by the Elsberry Indians, who now have possession and are bringing it across half court. Dowell's guarded by Reese at the top of the key. She gives up her dribble, goes right side. Now right baseline. Elsberry flashing through the paint, nothing there, working it around outside the arc. Now into the left corner baseline, then try to feed it right back to Gladney, knocked away by Louisiana. Powell with it now across half court. She's going to push it and then bring it back out. Gives up her dribble. Now goes to Pedersen, left baseline, back up top to Campbell. Right side to Womack, bounce pass to Powell. Back out, Reese. Right wing, no good. Rebound corralled by Elsberry, being trapped in the corner, stolen away by Pedersen. And Pedersen's going to get tagged for the double dribble.
And right now, Louisiana's played solid on defense tonight, but offensively it has just been a struggle. And to me, I think Emily Powell should have looked to been more aggressive tonight.
Might have gotten things moving a little bit on offense.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have any points. Well, they only have 6, and she didn't have any. And she's their most consistent player. And she's just not been aggressive with the ball.
Powell not in the ball game at the moment. Pedersen inbounding the ball. She's on the court along with Reese. Stewart, three-point shot put up. And no good that time by Campbell. Elsberry comes away with the rebound, looks to push it quickly up court. Dowell has it right wing. She's going to drive. She's double teamed. She gives up her dribble. Finally able to get in the hands of Talbot. Stolen away now. Campbell looks to drive into the paint. Kicks it out to Womack. Womack's three-point shot is up, and it's good.
And she's on the board now.
Coach Brandstetter calls a timeout so Louisiana can talk about it. 27-9 is the score with 2 minutes to go in the ballgame. Elsberry leads Louisiana. You're listening to Varsity Girls Action on KJFM Radio.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
The Lady Bulldogs knocked down a three-point shot right before the timeout. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left. And again, Coach Brandstetter looking for the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs to try to end it on an up note. Steal by Louisiana off of full court pressure. Shot put up by Reese. No good. Rebound coming away with is Elsberry. They are struggling a little bit with that full court pressure from Louisiana. Dowell gets it across half court. She goes left side to Chigola. Back to Dowell, who breaks the double team, gets the ball inside to Barber. Barber's trying to dish the ball off. I think she was trying to get it to Kenzie Koch when it went out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana.
And as you stated, Gordon, Louisiana's full court pressure has been good.
Reese just missing another steal on the inbounds by Elsberry. Dowell's going to drive baseline. She gets the ball in the hands of Barber. Barber puts up the shot, partially blocked.
Yeah, got a little a hand on it, and Campbell with another tie-up. That's probably the fourth or fifth time she's been in a tie-up. Great effort from her tonight.
Louisiana bringing it up the court with about a minute and a half to go in this ball game. Elsberry's going to come away with the win. Louisiana, again, just looking to end it on an up note. Campbell with the ball. She goes up top to Womack. Womack left side now to Pedersen. Pedersen's going to swing it back around to the top of the key. To Campbell. Inside to Stewart. Pedersen's in the paint. Kicks it out to Womack. Womack eyes a three again. Off the rim. No good. Rebound hauled down by Barber. Elsberry in transition. Dowell. She's picked up by Reese. Goes by Reese. Dowell's going to give up her dribble. Louisiana almost comes away with the steal. Quickly getting the ball into the hands of Barber. Nice pass from Talbot. Barber gets the bucket, and we've got another timeout.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a quick timeout to get some substitutions in.
29-9 is the score, just under a minute to go in the ball game. You're listening to Varsity Girls action on KJFM Radio.
Area high school sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock agent, and Bowie General Services.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
29-9. 58.9 seconds left to go in the ball game. Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer from Louisiana High School. This is the first of two games this evening. Varsity girls play, followed by varsity boys action. Again, Louisiana playing host Elsberry, and we'll have that ball game for you coming up. Louisiana inbounds. Pedersen across half court. She goes right side to Reese. Now back up top to Pedersen. Left side to Womack. Louisiana didn't put up a single point in the first quarter of play and has struggled offensively most of the game. Reese is being guarded outside by Plaster. Pedersen comes to her assistance, then she loses the ball, has it knocked away by Plaster, who brings it across half court. Driving, getting the ball down low to Gladney. Gladney, a quick dribble, puts it up with the right hand, no good. Fighting for the rebound, coming away with it is Emerson Bradley. Bradley to Pedersen. Pedersen ahead to Womack. Womack loses the handle on it. Plaster again comes away with the ball. She's being hounded by Pedersen, but gets it across half court. Nothing there for Talbot. Talbot being hounded defensively, and it looks like it was knocked out of bounds last touch by Louisiana.
Yeah, and Elsberry's just going to inbound it here. And
3 seconds left on the clock. Plaster with the ball, holds it above her head as time expires. That's our final from Louisiana High School and varsity girls action. It's the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs falling to the Elsberry Lady Indians 29-9. You're listening to area high school basketball action on KJFM Radio.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
So the final of that ball game, 29-9, the Elsberry Lady Indians defeated the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. We'll put a wrap on that ball game and get ready for the action that's headed your direction next with his varsity boys play. Louisiana playing host to Elsberry. Greg, the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs just never really got going in that ball game. We talked about it a number of different times. How do you put that behind you, knowing that you have some experience with Coach Brandstetter? How do you put that behind you but take whatever lessons there are to be learned?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a frustrating loss, and I mean, I know Derek expects them to come out and keep things tight and compete. And I don't think it was a lack of effort. I think they had great effort. They played very well on the defensive end, but just offensively it was just a struggle. And it was hard to watch at times, honestly. I mean, just not good on offense. But if I know Coach Branster, I know that he's going to move on from this quickly, take the good points from it and use those and go forward and hammer out the bad points in practice and learn from it.
Early on in the ball game, Louisiana was getting shots. They were getting to the free throw line. They just weren't getting anything to fall.
Yeah, I mean, they came out and they got some trips to the free throw line, and they got some decent looks early, and just nothing fell, and that can really hurt your confidence in a game. And then they just quit. They quit shooting some open shots altogether, and just a lot of turnovers. So a lot to learn from, though.
A quick look at some of the scoring to put a wrap on that ball game.
Yeah, for Louisiana, they had Reese Womack with 3, Jalea Reese with 3, Reagan Bowser with 2, Pedersen with 1. Then for the Lady Indians, Plasterer led with 10, Katie Talbot with 8, Dow with 6, Chigola with 3, Anna Talbot with 2, and Barber with 3 to close things out.
And that wrapped things up from the first ball game of the evening, varsity girls action. The Louisiana Lady Bulldogs falling to the Elsberry Lady Indians by a score of 29-9. Varsity boys play headed your direction as we reset things and get ready for Game 2 this evening from Louisiana High School. You're listening to Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer from Louisiana High School, April Froelich as well this evening. April, that was a ball game that's tough. We'll just go back real quickly again to the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs. You've seen Coach Brandstetter over the years. You've seen the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs struggle. You've also seen their turnaround in recent times.
And it seemed like both teams were suffering from like maybe a Clapton tournament hangover or something, because it really felt like neither team was playing the games that they were playing at Clapton, where you saw them much more in possession of themselves as a team, as players.
And the ball was just hard to hold for both teams.
It really is. Maybe it's a Friday the 13th curse.
Okay. So I think we know exactly who to blame then, right?
I certainly have someone in mind.
So moving on to varsity boys action, the Louisiana Bulldogs hosting the Elsberry Indians. Louisiana came off of a strong showing last night against a really tough South Shelby ball club. Jack Logan had 33 points last night for Louisiana, so they look for him to continue to pick up from there, keep on moving.
It's generally the way that Jack Logan goes, so go the Louisiana Bulldogs.
And we were talking about that off air just a little bit ago, Greg. Jack had a great game last night.
Yeah, he had an outstanding game offensively at 33 points in the win against South Shelby. I believe he hit 8 threes, if I'm not mistaken. So tonight, obviously, you're going to look for him to keep things going and get other people involved as well.
We'll hop into that a little bit more when we get to the keys of the game for tonight's ball game, the Louisiana Bulldogs against the Elsberry Indians, and that's coming up on KJFM Radio.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Follow Area High School Sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
The Eagle 102 keys to the game.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Brandstetter, April Froelich from Louisiana High School. Varsity boys action coming up. We touched on it a little bit. Keys of the game for Louisiana. One of those is and will be all season Jack Logan.
Yeah, anytime you can get him going offensively, it's going to be a solid night for the Bulldogs in the scoring column. And I think another key to the game is going to be how do they defend Kyle Turnbull? Wyatt Martin had a good game last week in the third place game of the tournament. So I think he's kind of going to be a guy to watch for tonight, him and Cooper Lumley.
Well, and we had talked last week regarding Louisiana and needing to see contributions elsewhere. So that continuing, the play from Martin, from Lumley, Richards back now.
Yeah, Donovan Richards is actually in the starting lineup tonight. He played pretty decent last night, got some more minutes. So he's gaining confidence in that ankle. It's just good to see him out there.
The more the opposing team has to focus on somebody other than Jack Logan, the more Jack Logan can do what Jack Logan does.
Yeah, exactly. And that was one of the keys last night was Richards' ability to create and get into the paint and draw defenders and then find other open people.
As much attention as he draws, sometimes it's really impressive how quietly he can get into double digits. Next thing you know, be at 20 points, and he's not drawing a lot of attention.
Yeah, I mean, last night he had the 33, and it was, it's weird to say, but it was kind of quiet. I mean, you didn't even really notice. He was just knocking down every shot, though.
Elsberry, a well-rounded ball club.
Yeah, very well-rounded. They come in with an 11-4 record, coming off the Clopton Tournament Championship. Just a good group of kids. They've all played. They're all seniors now, and they've been asserting their will and dominance.
And coached extremely well also. Caleb Johnson doing a heck of a job with them.
I believe this is his fourth year maybe, and he's done a tremendous job with them. I mean, they had some good teams in the last 15 years, and they kind of had a little down stretch maybe for a few years, and he's come in and really done a nice job.
So what would you say would be the key, having seen that Clopton Tournament Championship for Elsberry, what would you say is the key for Elsberry against Louisiana tonight?
I would say you look to get Kinsler going. He's got a very good pull-up jump shot. I think he's kind of their X factor. You know what you're going to get from Turnbull night in and night out. And we'll see what Kinsler to do. I believe actually Dotson is out of the lineup for tonight. I may be mistaken. He is playing. Looks like he is playing.
He put him down as a starter.
I was under the impression he had a hurt shoulder, but so he is playing, so that's good for Elsberry. So we'll see what he can do. But I would look for Kinsler to kind of be the X factor tonight.
We'll take a look at starting lineups Coming up, you're listening to area high school basketball action with Eagle 102 Sports.
Follow area high school sports on KJFM Radio. Brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, and Family Drug.
Hello, this is Brittany Hinkey with Community State Bank of Missouri. Now is the perfect time to start saving for retirement. Community State Bank offers competitive rates on traditional and Roth IRAs. Unlike most investments, some contributions may be tax deductible and will grow either tax deferred or tax free. Come in and see one of our IRA representatives in Troy or Bowling Green to maximize your savings opportunities today. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile with the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account. You'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are brought to you by Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy.
Taking a look at starting lineups for both ball clubs this evening. The Elsberry Indians, we're going to see the same starting lineup that we saw for the Clopton tournament as we were rolling into that championship game.
Yeah, we have number 2, Bryce Irving, a senior. Another senior, number 3, Evan Wilson. Another senior, Caden Kinsler. Oh, they're all 5 seniors, actually. So number 14, Deshaun Dotson, and then rounding it out, number 23, Kyle Turnbull. And then for the Bulldogs, into the starting lineup tonight, number 5, Donovan Richards, a senior. Number 2, Latrell Weber, a senior. Number 3, Lumley, a junior. Number 23, Jack Logan, a senior. And number 30, Kenny McCormick, senior.
And as mentioned, Donovan Richards back in the starting lineup for the Louisiana Bulldogs until the Clopton tournament. He had been gone since the Monroe City tournament.
Yeah, missing a lot of time, and he's pretty healthy now, feeling pretty good. And as we said in the pregame show, last night he had a pretty good night, and I know he's going to look to build upon that.
We'll be introducing starting lineups here. Those are your Community State Bank starting lineups for the ball games. They're going to make it official on the court here in a matter of moments. You touched on something that maybe we haven't put a spotlight on, but Elsberry, understandably expecting big things this season. Well-rounded ball club, experienced ball club, well-coached ball club, and they're all seniors.
Yes, all seniors, all a lot of experience, all been playing varsity basketball for at least 3 years. So they feel like now is their time.
I may stand corrected, but I'm pretty sure you're familiar with a senior-heavy ball club. You played on one.
Yeah, I mean, I played on a senior-heavy ball club when I was in high school. It makes a world of difference when you have that experience. I mean, you've played with each other for a long time. You know how everybody plays and flows. I mean, it's a lot of fun as well, playing with the kids you played with your whole life.
Okay, so I was going to ask, between the fun and the pressure of knowing, hey, this is it, like we got to do it now.
Yeah, you definitely do feel that pressure in the back of your mind, and at times, I mean, it is tough to handle, but I mean, ultimately, I think that Elsberry's a group. I mean, I don't think that they really feel anything. I think they're going to play cool, calm, relaxed basketball.
They do seem to play really loose.
Yes, they do. I mean, I think that their coach, Caleb Johnson, does a good job of letting them do that as well.
The clock is reset, 8 minutes on it. The Elsberry Indians are on the court. Of course, Turnbull will be jumping center for Elsberry. Jack Logan for the Louisiana Bulldogs. We've seen our starting lineups. Now we just have one more game to see this evening. Louisiana against Elsberry Varsity boys play getting ready to tip off as they head to the Bulldog in the center of the court. Logan and Turnbull. The ball's up, and it's Logan who comes away with it for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Taps it to McCormick. Gets it to Weber, and Weber's going to bring it across half court. And the Bulldogs will have a chance to put up the first points of the ball game. Right side to Richards. He's guarded by Dotson out on the right wing. He gives up his dribble, goes to McCormick, who's guarded by the taller Wilson. Kenny gives up his dribble, goes to Weber, top of the key, left side to Logan. Mismatch there. Logan kicks it back out to Richards. Richards to Lumley. Lumley drives. Nice shot off the glass.
Yeah, great move by Lumley to get on the board first here.
Wasn't afraid to go into the paint.
No, he's been playing pretty confident basketball this year.
Louisiana up 2-0 as this ball game's just underway at Louisiana High School. Kinsler puts up the shot, and he's blocked by Richards.
Yeah, Richards with an immediate impact.
Kinsler was looking for some points from the paint. Louisiana now running their offense. Logan has it, right elbow, kicks it out to Richards. Richards guarded by Dotson. Momentarily, Turnbull. Three-point shot by McCormick. It's up. It's no good. Irving coming away with the rebound quickly, pushing up court, drives into the paint, off the glass, and good.
Yeah, and it would have been nice to see Weber try to step in and take a charge there.
We had talked previously, expect the tempo of this game to be a pretty good one.
Yeah, this should be up and down for 4 quarters.
Lumley tries to feed it into Logan. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by Wilson. It'll stay in the hands of the Louisiana Bulldogs. Trigger man will be Jack Logan. Bulldogs in their home white. Logan wearing 23, inbounds to Lumley, to Richards. Now Logan, he'll take one deep, top of the key, off the back of the rim, no good. Quickly in transition is Elsberry off the rebound. Irving eyes the three-pointer from the left wing, no good. Drives into the paint, gets up the shot. Not bad D by McCormick, but Irving worked hard to get it to go.
Not bad D at all by McCormick, but a nice finish by Irving.
McCormick eyes the three, gets Turnbull off his feet, then swings it back around from Logan. Three-point shot by Weber, no good. Lumley with the rebound, sees a cutting Weber. Weber guarded by Turnbull, but gets it to go off the glass.
A nice finish by Weber there, and a good find by Cooper Lumley.
So Louisiana seeing some points in the paint early on.
Yeah, that's something that they're going to need throughout this game is those buckets in the paint.
4-4 the score. First quarter just underway, 5:38 on the clock. Kinsler at the top of the key. Now to Dotson just inside the arc. To Wilson as the Indians have run their offense. Slashing into the paint is Kinsler, and he's fouled.
And that's Kinsler's greatest strength in his game, to my ability. It's actually his strength going to the rim. He's tough to stop.
He's got a lot of tools for finishing. He's quick and fast.
Yes, very quick first step.
Kinsler knocks down the first free throw. He's got one more. Elsberry's up 5-4. In and out, goes down 6-4, 2-point lead for Elsberry. Full court pressure as Louisiana inbounds and breaks it easily. Logan to Weber. Logan now another deep three. It's good.
And that was deep. That was maybe a step inside the old volleyball line.
7-6. Louisiana takes the lead back. They're up by 1. Dodson with it. He backs up near half court as he's guarded by Weber. He's going to drive into the paint, lay it off the glass with his right hand. He went left baseline that time and scored, and Elsberry took back the lead 8-7. Logan now from the free throw line. It's good.
And Logan picking right where he left off from last night.
Already back and forth. Louisiana up 9-8. Elsberry now sets things up on offense. Irving dishes off to Kinsler. Kinsler left elbow knocks it down.
And it's back and forth to start this game. That's Kinsler's best spot right there, getting to the elbow jumper.
Elsberry drops back. Louisiana brings it across half court. Logan right side to Richards. Dodson's on Richards. Richards into the paint, gives up his dribble. Knocked away by Wilson. Kinsler in transition, guarded by Weber. Kinsler's going to drive to the bucket, and he's fouled.
Yeah, they're going to get Latrell Weber with his first foul there.
Weber picks up the foul, but Kinsler doesn't get the shot to go. Instead, he'll go to the free throw line and have to work for any points on this trip. First free throw's good. 2 team fouls for Louisiana. Kinsler's next free throw is up and no good. High off the back of the rim. Jack Logan with the rebound. 4:08 on the clock. 11-6, 11-9 the score as Elsberry's up over Louisiana by 2. McCormick drives free throw line, sees a cutting Richards. Richards with all kinds of space, can't get the shot to fall. Might have been more open than he thought. Elsberry comes away with the rebound. Now quickly in transition is Kinsler to Turnbull. Turnbull shot, no good. Logan high for the rebound.
And that's going to be something to watch for this game as well, the Bulldogs' ability to rebound defensively.
Logan gets it to Richards. Out near half court on the Bulldog. Goes left side to McCormick, who's still being guarded by the taller Wilson. Irving comes away with the pass that was intended for Logan. Irving's going to dish it out to Turnbull, who gives it up to Dodson. Dodson puts up the shot, no good. Turnbull with the rebound. Nice block by Lumley. And McCormick comes away with it.
Yeah, somehow Louisiana came away with it there. Good job by Cooper Lumley down low, getting a hand on Turnbull's shot.
Donovan Richards is being guarded by the quick Dodson outside the arc. Richards eyeing the three, takes one. Air ball, no good. Bounces out of bounds. Off the shot by Richards. And Louisiana's now dropping back as Elsberry will inbound. Wilson takes a seat. Kinsler's on the floor along with Dotson. Turnbull, Irving, and also into the ball game for Elsberry is Gavin Reller.
And it looks like Louisiana's going to go to a little bit of a zone defense here.
Dotson goes right side, now to Irving. Irving's going to drive and has his shot blocked by Logan. Lumley comes away with it, gets it into the hands of Weber, who's going to look to push the ball quickly across half court. McCormick for the three. A jumping Kinsler's out of his way. Kenny can't get the shot to fall, and Irving comes away with the rebound.
But for Louisiana, those are shots that you want, is McCormick shooting the threes.
Turnbull's got it at the top of the key. Dishes off to Irving, who's on the right wing. Now left wing to Reller. Left baseline to Turnbull, who's going to drive. Nothing there. Goes cross court to Kinsler. Kinsler will drive. Defended by Logan. Kinsler can't get the shot to fall. Loose ball being fought for. And Lumley holding his own against the bigger Turnbull.
Yes, he is. Lumley, I mean, that's one of the strengths of his game and what Louisiana has to have from him is him battling down low.
Cooper Lumley, a solid start this evening. We're under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. 11-9 the score. Elsberry, fresh off a Clopton Tournament championship, is up by 2 over Louisiana. Jack Logan, spin move baseline. It's good and ties it up at 11.
Yeah, nice spin move by Jack and a good finish on the little baby hook.
Kenny McCormick almost gets the steal as Kinsler's pass was intended for Dotson. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by Louisiana.
Right now, both teams have matched each other's intensity to the start of this game. We'll see if they can continue that.
Irving takes a seat. Dowell into the ball game for Elsberry, who sets things up on offense. Kinsler with it as he's being guarded by McCormick. Reller's still in for Elsberry as well. Dodson's going to drive left baseline. He goes up, was contested by Lumley, doesn't foul him, but Dodson gets the bucket.
And that's the second time he's used that baseline finish.
We'll see if the Bulldogs end up zeroing in on that. Right now, Weber with it, guarded by Kinsler, gives up his dribble, gets it right side to Donovan Richards. Richards is guarded by the smaller Dowell. Goes up top to Weber, left side to McCormick. Kenny takes the three, off the rim, no good. Turnbull comes away with the rebound. Dotson quickly tries to get up court to Dowell, knocked out of bounds by Richards.
And right now, Elsberry defensively, they're kind of face guarding Logan and McCormick. So someone else is going to have to take over and get involved here offensively for them.
Dodson crossed half court on the Elsberry inbound, gets it to Dowell, left wing. Dowell gives up his dribble, kicked out of bounds by Weber as Dowell was looking maybe to go inside to Turnbull. Turnbull not really involved a lot offensively.
No, not at the start of this game, but as we talked about in the pregame, he's someone that Elsberry is going to look to get involved.
Three-point shot, Dodson off the back of the rim, no good. Coming away with the rebound, Weber quickly up court to McCormick. McCormick hits a cutting Lumley. Lumley puts the ball up, no good. Contested that time by Turnbull. Wilson coming away with it for the Indians, who take their time getting across half court, setting up their offense. Dodson swings it around to the top of the key. He's being guarded by Richards.
And they're going to go for the final shot here.
Less than 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Wilson, right wing. In and out, no good. Lumley with the rebound, 2 seconds. At the buzzer, shot put up, no good by Richards. Three-quarter court heave, and Elsberry, after 1 quarter of play, leads Louisiana at Louisiana High School by a score of 13-11. You're listening to Area High School sports action on KJFM Radio.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
I was going to say, my God.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite Water Ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
After 1 quarter of play, the Elsberry Indians lead the Louisiana Bulldogs by 2 points, 13-11. Our score, second quarter just underway. Reller still in the ball game for the Elsberry Indians along with Dowell. So they started out the same way they wrapped up. Shot partially blocked that time. Logan now in transition against the taller Reller, puts the ball up and in.
Yeah, Jack Logan got a little bit of a hand on it, and Kenny McCormick rebounded and passed it at the same time. Great play by him, and Logan with the easy finish.
The taller Logan against the shorter Reller. Yeah, strong finish that time. 13 apiece. Dowell with the ball, right wing, as he's guarded by Logan. And it is a much, much smaller lineup, even with Turnbull in it, for the Elsberry Indians at this point.
Yes, it is. They've got a little bit of guys that they really match up to Louisiana well now, height-wise. Louisiana definitely the shorter team tonight.
Elsberry will inbound the ball. First foul going against that time.
I think they got Ethan Harrison with it.
Just into the ball game for Louisiana. Three-point shot put up. It's good. Knocked down by Gavin Reller, the senior who wears 12 for Elsberry. They're in their road red uniforms. Weber with the ball right side to McCormick. Errant pass that time goes off the fingers of Ethan Harrison. Quickly up court, Wilson knocks down the three from the right side, and we've got a timeout, Louisiana.
Yeah, quick back-to-back threes by Elsberry.
19-13 is the score, 6:46 to go in the first half of play. You're listening to Area High School basketball action on KJFM Radio.
Follow area high school sports throughout the season on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, Eolia Landscape Supply, Royal Banks, and a taste of Philly.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
19-13 the score out of the timeout. Louisiana with the ball. Donovan Richards in the ball game along with Weber, Logan, and a pair of Harrisons. Wyatt and Ethan both on the court for Louisiana. Left side, Wyatt drives into the paint, puts up the shot, no good. Loose ball being fought for, and it's Wyatt coming away with it. He puts the ball off the glass. Nice shot with his right hand.
Yeah, good finish there by Wyatt Harrison.
Way to stay with the rebound, and the Louisiana Bulldogs are now down by 4 against Elsberry. Outside the arc is Irving. Goes up top to Dowell, back to Irving. Irving eyes the three, passes up, drives, puts up the shot off the glass with the right hand.
Yeah, kind of an awkward shot there, but he got it to go home. Good shot by Irving.
Passed up the wide open shot, moved in, got a little bit of pressure, and still got the shot to go. Irving's now guarding Logan kicks it out. Ethan Harrison knocks down the three.
Great find by Logan. A big shot by Ethan Harrison there.
Makes it a 3-point ball game. Elsberry is led by as many as 6. Has been trimmed to 3. Irving running the offense. He's at the top of the key. Kinsler into the ball game, knocks down the 3 from the left wing.
And so far to the start of this game, anytime Louisiana's kind of made a shot, Kinsler's answered right back.
And Louisiana looks like they've mixed things up a little defensively as well.
Yes, they have. That's something that Coach Smith does a lot. He's going to mix up the looks for them.
Wyatt Harrison, right wing. Up top to Weber. Weber near free throw line, kicks it out to Ethan Harrison, who's on the right wing. Dishes it off to Wyatt. Logan calling for it inside. Stripped away by Irving. Irving applauds his effort as Elsberry's looking to move the ball up the court, and it's knocked away, and I think a foul's going to go against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they're going to get Ethan Harrison, I believe, with his second foul. So we'll see what Coach Smith decides to do here. Looks like he's going to leave him for now.
Kinsler, the trigger man, guarded by Weber, gets the ball in near half court to Irving. 3-point shot for Kinsler, gets it right back and knocks it down.
Yeah, Kinsler's kind of feeling it right now.
A tight first quarter has seen things open up in the second quarter of play. Wyatt Harrison's 3-point shot off the glass, no good. Dodson looking to push it, gets it to Turnbull. Turnbull spins into the paint, puts up the shot off his right hand, no good. Dodson comes away with the rebound, and he puts it in off the glass.
Yeah, beautiful pump fake by Dodson, and then got him an easy, clean look, and stretched it to an 11-point lead now.
Coach Smith wants to talk about it. Louisiana trailing Elsberry 29-18 with 4:18 to go in the second quarter of play. You're listening to area high school basketball action on KJFM Radio.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Out of the timeout, Louisiana bringing the ball across half court. Donovan Richards with it. Goes right side to McCormick. Back up top to Logan. Wyatt Martin in the ball game for Louisiana. Wyatt Harrison as well. That rounds out the 5 on the floor. Martin's going to go into the paint. Puts up the shot. Turnbull got a piece of it. Louisiana quickly up court now. 3-pointer from Kinsler is good.
He is feeling it. That's his third 3 of the second quarter.
Louisiana quickly cross half court. Wyatt Harrison with the ball. He's being guarded by Kinsler. Bounce pass to Logan. Logan's going to put up the shot. Easy bucket just inside that left elbow.
He made it look easy. I don't know if it was easy, but he tends to do that.
Wilson to Dodson. Dodson near the free throw line. Kinsler again off the rim, no good. Logan high with the rebound.
A little bit of a heat check for Kinsler there.
Richards at the top of the key. He's being guarded by Dodson, and they're giving Donovan plenty of room there. Now all of a sudden double teaming him. Turnbull's up there, gets into Martin. Now to Wyatt Harrison. Air ball, 3-point shot from the left wing, no good. In transition now, Elsberry. Kinsler to Irving. Irving's 3-point shot, no good. Wyatt Harrison comes away with it, pushing the ball up the court, looking to drive. It's Irving stripping it away, saving it before it goes out of bounds. Back into the hands of Kinsler. Kinsler to Dotson. Elsberry backs it out again.
And they're going to slow the pace here a little bit.
Based on what we've seen so far, the transition, the tempo of the game seems to favor.
I don't really know who it favors. I think this is how both teams want to play. Elsberry's just knocking down shots right now.
Wilson, 3-pointer, left wing, off the rim, no good. Logan with the rebound. Donovan Richards, guarded by Dotson. Left wing now to Logan. Wyatt Martin at the left elbow. Now back to Richards. He's going to back it out near half court. Dodson still inside the free throw line, giving Richards all kind of space. Nice pass that time from Wyatt Harrison to Cutting Martin.
Yeah, good find by Wyatt Harrison. Snuck a pass into Wyatt Martin for the easy finish off the glass.
And as we saw during the Clopton tournament, Martin can make his presence felt.
Yeah, he absolutely can. And I know that's something that Coach Smith looks for him to do and wants him to step up and take more of a role.
The first half hot Kinsler swings around right baseline. Now popping out is Irving. At the top is Dotson. Loose ball as he's being hounded by Wyatt Harrison. Elsberry working it around. Wilson goes left side to Dotson. Now to Cutting Kinsler in the paint, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, that's where he likes to get to, that elbow jumper. Kinsler with 11 points in the second quarter so far.
Donovan Richards for Louisiana sees the seam. He drives, puts up the shot, no good. Wyatt Martin with the big rebound. He puts it up, no good. Fighting for it, keeping it alive is Richards, and Elsberry comes away with it on the missed shot. Kinsler in transition, right side, Wilson. Wilson with the deep three from the right wing.
Yeah, Elsberry's really shot the ball well here.
Less than a minute to go in the first half of play. Elsberry now has a 15-point lead, their biggest of the game. Martin gives it to Harrison, who gives it right back to him as he's cutting through the paint, goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Indians. 23.6 seconds on the clock. 37-22 the score. Weber inbounding. Bounce pass to Logan. Logan off the glass and good.
Good seal by Martin and a good pass by Weber to find Logan on the block there.
Elsberry looking to stretch their lead. Louisiana looking to bite into it one more time. Dotson with the shot high off the glass, no good. Logan with the rebound, 3 seconds, 2. It's batted away by Irving. Less than a second on the clock, out of bounds. Last touch by Elsberry.
It looks 0.7 seconds, so Louisiana will have time for just a quick catch and shoot here, nothing more.
Weber inbounds to Richards. Richards' three-point shot off the rim. Good look, but the shot's no good. We go to the half with the Elsberry Indians leading the Louisiana Bulldogs 37-24.
The Eagle 102 Halftime Report is coming up, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Halftime Report, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center.
At the half, Gordon Sanders along with April Fronick, Greg Pitzer from the Jake, Louisiana High School. We saw varsity girls action as our first game this evening, where Elsberry defeated Louisiana 29-9 in a game where the Lady Bulldogs struggled. scoring right out the gates, and that continued through a good chunk of the game. We saw a different start to this ball game, Greg.
Much different, very up and down pace. Game really moving. Much different than the girls' game, to say the least.
And then going into the second quarter, Louisiana, basically we saw our starting five for the Louisiana Bulldogs on the floor against our unit for the Elsberry Indians, basically rotating. They got into rotating a few players early in that first quarter where Louisiana did not. And then Louisiana mixed things up in the second quarter, and it looked like Elsberry really found a rhythm then.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about this off the air. Elsberry's just got a little bit more depth than Louisiana off the bench, and their bench players came in and played pretty well. Right now for Louisiana, I mean, someone else has to step up in the scoring column for them. And defensively is really where the game's not being played well for Louisiana, giving up 37 points. I know Coach Smith won't be happy in the locker room.
A big difference for Elsberry. Kinsler got hot. How many did he contribute in that first half?
Kinsler had 16 points in the first half. I mean, he really got hot, made 3 threes in a row in the second quarter and got himself going. And we talked about it before the game, him being the X factor. And that's proven to be true right now. Kyle Turnbull has 0 points, and Elsberry still managed to put up 37 in the first half.
Okay, and Louisiana saw some good play early on, saw some points in the paint early on, and then that settled down in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, Lumley came out and had a quick bucket, and, I mean, really, they haven't gotten anything else going on the low block other than Jack Logan.
One finish from Martin, right?
Yeah, Martin had one finish there in the second quarter, a nice finish, a nice set play. So for Louisiana, I think into the second half, someone else has got to step up and make some shots, and they got to find a way to slow down Elsberry.
Okay, Logan keeps doing what he does. Didn't outside the arc, Jack had a couple that didn't fall. So he hasn't even gotten hot, if you will, yet.
No, I wouldn't say he's gotten hot at all. He's just had some nice finishes in the paint. I mean, if he does get hot, watch out this second half. This game is definitely not out of reach, and McCormick couldn't get one to go either. I mean, he can get very hot, too, from beyond the arc.
At the half, Elsberry leads Louisiana 37-24. They've led by as many as 15, I think, in the 15
Yeah,
or
I believe they had it
ball
up to 15 or 16 at one point, and Louisiana kind of got it back down to 13 here.
And so the Bulldogs trailing the Indians by 13 point, 37-24 right now. Other scores around the area. Clopton defeated Silex and Varsity Boys play by a score of 58-39. That was the final score there late in the fourth quarter. Bowling Green leads by 4. They're up over Van Far by a score of 59-55. Other varsity girls action from earlier this evening. It was Silex defeating Clopton 45-41, and it was Bowling Green defeating Van Far 56-43. That was some of our varsity girls action from a little bit earlier this evening. Again, at the half, 37-24. Elsberry leads Louisiana. You're listening to Area High School basketball action on KJFM Radio.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, Pike County Memorial Hospital, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Royal Banks is your community bank with locations throughout St. Louis, St. Charles, Northeast Missouri, Granite City, and Jerseyville, Illinois. A Royal Bank branch is not far away. Royal Banks bring experienced staff and products and services designed to meet your professional and personal financial needs. Investing in our communities, one client at a time. Call 314-212-1500 today. Royal Banks of Missouri, member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
At the half, the Louisiana Bulldogs trailing the Elsberry Indians by a score of 37-24. Again, a game that was tight in the first quarter of play, and then Elsberry opened it up in the second quarter, partially due in great part to the hot hand of to Caden Kinsler. And it was a ball game that we were talking off air just moments ago, was a pretty clean first half of play.
Yeah, only 4 total fouls between both teams, all of them on Louisiana, but no foul trouble for anyone, so this is going to be a lot of the starters in the whole game, and we're going to see some good ball.
So we'll see tempo-wise if we get that up and down that we were looking at, and if Louisiana finds a rhythm with the team that they have on the court, as that's really when it seemed like there was a little bit of struggling when that chemistry deteriorated a little bit.
Yeah. The first 3 minutes of this second half is really going to probably tell the tale of the rest of the game. Will Louisiana get some stops and climb back into it, or is Elsberry going to stretch their lead out even more?
Louisiana defeated South Shelby last night by a score of 66-50, and that was a game you mentioned. Jack Logan had 33 points.
Yeah, so half the team's points, Jack Logan last night. He had a huge night. Really, the whole team played pretty well, and we'll see if they can kind of get back to that in the second half.
Elsberry, their most recent game was against Van Far, where they defeated Van Far 50-49, coming into this ball game. So that was Monday night, the 9th, right?
Yeah, and I mean that's a pretty good win because they played the Clopton Tournament Championship on last Saturday. So no practice really coming into Van Far and picking up a road win. Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then Elsberry doesn't have another game on their schedule until next Saturday, as of right now, based on what we're seeing, where they're playing up at the Quincy Shootout, and then the Bowling Green Tournament will take place afterwards. Louisiana's got a game next week against North Point. They've got a game against Pittsfield. They'll see Silex, and then, of course, Bowling Green tournament action as well. That's what we have in store for Elsberry and Louisiana. We have less than a minute left in the half, so we have second half action headed your direction. A tough road to hoe for the Louisiana Bulldogs, who are trailing Elsberry by 13 right now. You're listening to area high school basketball action on Eagle 102.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
Play underway in the second half. Jack Logan with the ball for the Louisiana Bulldogs. Gets it to Donovan Richards in the paint. Richards out to Weber. Weber left side to Richards. Richards going to swing it back around up top. He's guarded by Dodson. Goes right side to Weber. Weber's going to slash into the paint. Gets it to Lumley. Lumley to Logan. Logan being guarded by the shorter Irving. Turns, puts the shot up. No good. Turnbull collecting the rebound. Gets it to Dodson. Quickly up court to Irving. To Kinsler. To Dotson. Back around to the top of the key. Dotson's guarded by Weber. He's going to back it out near half court. Second half just underway. 37-24 the score. Turnbull with the ball. Guarded by Lumley. Lumley gives up his dribble. Goes out to Wilson. And Wilson knocks down the three as McCormick gets just a hair too late.
Yeah, Wilson picked up right where he left off. He hit 2 threes in the second quarter and gets himself an early one here to start the second half.
16 points the lead for Elsberry. 40-24 is the score. Louisiana looks to set things up and get going here on offense. Weber with the ball at the top of the key, guarded by Kinsler, and we've got a foul away from the ball.
Yeah, Logan's going to pick up kind of a silly one, pushing Irving under the hoop. It looks like Irving's just kind of frustrating him with his defensive play.
Louisiana's going to pick him up defensively once Elsberry gets set up in their offense. Kinsler with the ball at the top of the key. I'll pass along some finals as we roll along here. Turnbull shot from the left elbow up, no good. He's going to get that rebound back, puts it up inside the free throw line, still misses. Rebounded by Lumley. McCormick to Weber to Richards. Richards Swings it around in between the top of the key and the half-court line. He's guarded by Dotson. Goes right side to Weber. Weber tries to get it. McCormick stolen away by Wilson. Wilson's going to take it to the rack. Puts the shot up. No good. Knocked out of bounds. It's like he had a pretty good shot at finishing that time. Just couldn't get it to fall. Last touch by Elsberry. We told you earlier the Clopton Hawks defeated Silex by a score of 58-39 in varsity play. It was Bowling Green edging Van Far. The Van Far Indians had a shot at the buzzer, missed it. Bowling Green defeated Van Far 60-58 this evening.
And another finish there for Logan in the paint.
Bulldogs still looking for offense somewhere other than from the hands of Jack Logan. Shot put up, no good. Elsberry gets their own rebound. Dodson swings it around to the top of the key. 40-26 is the score. The Bulldogs are down by 14 to the Elsberry Indians. Down low to Turnbull. Turnbull shot up, no good. Weber with the rebound for the Bulldogs.
And Turnbull still struggling. Not any buckets to go home so far.
Richards has the ball on the right wing for Louisiana. He's guarded by Dotson. Brings it around near the top of the key. Now right side to Lumley, who's going to drive into the paint, then kick it out to Logan. Logan with the three, all but uncontested. Turnbull was coming towards him as he was letting the shot loose. It didn't fall. Turnbull now quickly in transition at the other end. Gets the ball up and in off the glass.
And there he goes. Gets himself on the board.
Weber to Richards, back to Weber. Weber around the top of the key, swings it around to the right wing. Looking for a screen for Lumley, nothing there. Weber hands it off to Logan. To Richards, back up top to Latrell Weber. He dishes off to Lumley and gets it right back. Weber's being guarded by Kinsler. Bounce pass, trying to get into McCormick, stolen away by Wilson. Wilson quickly gets it ahead to Irving. Irving gives up his dribble. He's in the paint, off balance, shot off the glass, and he gets that to go.
Another good finish by Irving, but it was created by Wilson on the defensive end. His second steal of the half. And Louisiana trails by 18 now.
Coach Matt Smith wants a timeout. 44-26 the score. Elsberry leads Louisiana with 3:53 to go in the third.
The most complete coverage of high school sports is on Eagle 102, and it's brought to you by Mid-America Auto and Towing, the Mercantile Bank, and Pike County Mutual Insurance.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, April Froelich from Louisiana High School. 44-26 is the score. Elsberry has jumped out to a big lead over the Louisiana Bulldogs after a close first quarter of play. Elsberry stretched the lead in the second and continues to stretch the lead here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I said it at the halftime. The first 3 minutes of this quarter might dictate the rest of the game, and right now Elsberry is just kind of dominating and doing whatever they want.
Wyatt Harrison in the ball game for Louisiana. He drives, kicks it out to Richards. Ethan Harrison, three-pointer from the top of the key is good.
Yeah, great shot by Ethan Harrison, his second one of the night.
44-29, Elsberry cross half court. Dodson, left hash mark, if there was still a hash mark there. Guarded by Weber. Dodson backs his way into the paint near the top of the key. Running a weave. Kinsler's got it. He drives, and he's fouled.
Yeah, and Kinsler got fouled, but he missed a wide-open Turnbull on the block. And he's got him shooting, though.
Kinsler goes to the free throw line.
That's the first on Wyatt Harrison tonight.
Kinsler looks to stretch the Elsberry Indian lead. He knocks down the first. It's at 16 right now, 45-29 with 3:12 to go in the third quarter of play. Kinsler knocks down the second free throw as well. He pretty much does everything well
Yeah, I mean, if you talk about a complete player at small school, high school level, he's pretty close to that. I mean, strong, physical, fast, shoots the ball well, solid defender.
Wyatt Harrison kicks out to Weber. To Logan. Goes cross court to Richards. Richards over on the left wing. Louisiana again going from the right to the left of your radio dial. Nice turnaround shot by Jack Logan.
Yeah, he's got a solid baby hook shot. Anytime he catches it in the paint, that's his go-to move.
46-31 with 2:36 to go in the third quarter of play. Kinsler with the ball. He's being guarded by Harrison. Kinsler driving into the paint. Good defensive pressure from Harrison. Kinsler's shot doesn't go. Louisiana comes away with the rebound. Weber with it to Richards. Richards going to take the three-point shot. Off the rim, no good. Turnbull gets it ahead to Dodson for the Elsberry Indians, who collect that rebound off the missed shot by Donovan Richards. Dodson out deep now, left wing. He's going to drive to the free throw line, dish off to Turnbull. Nothing there. Good defense, that time by Ethan Harrison. Elsberry working around again in the hands of Turnbull, who has a size advantage, but he's double teamed when he takes it down onto the blocks. Loose ball now being fought for. And saying last touch by the Indians.
Yeah, great defense on that possession by Louisiana on Turnbull, and then just kind of sloppy throwaway. Lucky to retain possession.
Irving takes a seat. Wyatt Harrison gets into Weber. Is going to give it right back to Harrison. He's going to bring it across half court. Reller back into the ball game for the Indians. Otherwise, it's their same starting five. Reller comes away with the steal on the errant pass. Gets it ahead to Kinsler. Now to Dotson, who's going to hold it out near half court. Dotson drives in the paint, dishes off to Turnbull. Turnbull puts up the shot. It's good.
And good move by Dotson to get into the lane, and then he finds the open Turnbull. And really kind of a tough finish. Good play.
Logan goes right wing to Wyatt Harrison, who's going to get it down to Logan on the blocks as he tries to back in Dotson, and his pass goes out of bounds as he's trying to kick it back out to Harrison.
Right now the Bulldogs are kind of looking like the Lady Bulldogs from the first game, just getting sloppy with the basketball.
Turnover advantage in favor of Elsberry. Less than a minute to go in the third quarter of play. Elsberry's up by 17, 48-31. Wilson with the ball. Left wing to Kinsler. Goes inside to Turnbull. Being guarded well by Lumley again. Trying to keep the ball alive is Reller, and he throws it off the back of the backboard.
It was a great effort by Reller to save it. Just the backboard is right in the way.
Lumley has probably had as much success defensively on Turnbull as anybody this evening.
Yes, he has. He's done a great job this evening.
No pressure from the Elsberry Indians. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Louisiana looking to run their offense. Get a bucket here. Richards with the ball on the right wing. Left side to Wyatt. Puts up the shot. Maybe Reller got a piece of it. It hit nothing. Louisiana kept it alive. Got it back to Richards. Now to Harrison. Ethan Harrison with it. Kicks it back out to Wyatt. Reller fighting for it again. Got a hand on it. And then smartly, Wyatt Harrison threw it off of Reller, who was laying midcourt, instead of getting it over and back.
Yeah, I mean, not a bad play there. Definitely kept Elsberry from getting possession.
And that's how the third quarter of play ends. The ball rolled to the other end of the court, went out of bounds. Elsberry is up by 17 going to the final frame. 48-31 is the score. Elsberry leads Louisiana.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at Eagle 102 and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, April Froelich from Louisiana High School. Fourth quarter of play underway. The Louisiana Bulldogs trailing by 17 against the tough Elsberry Indian squad. Dotson puts up the shot. It rolls around and in.
Yeah, tough finish there by Dotson over the long Jack Logan.
Harrison's driving. He kicks it out, and
that's the first foul on Elsberry tonight. Took all the way to the fourth quarter.
You hear an applause from Louisiana fans.
Yeah, they're up cheering.
Elsberry had a perfect and a clean game right up until that point of time. Quick off of the inbound pass to Wyatt Harrison. Harrison knocks down a three.
We'll see if maybe that spark will get the Bulldogs going here in the fourth quarter.
Dodson cross half court. 50-34 the score. Turnbull looks to drive, guarded by Lumley. Nothing there. Now to Dotson, to Wilson. Dotson left wing, now swinging it around to Irving on the right wing. He's in the paint, gives up his dribble, has to kick it back out to Dotson. Going back low to Turnbull again, guarded by Lumley. Lumley getting a little bit of help from Harrison, and Harrison looks like going to pick up the foul. It's going to send Turnbull to the free throw line. He'll shoot a pair. Wyatt Harrison, Ethan Harrison, Cooper Lumley, Donovan Richards, and Jack Logan in the ball game for the Louisiana Bulldogs. For the Elsberry Indians, Dodson, Dowell, Turnbull, Wilson, and Irving. Turnbull's first free throw is no good. His second rolls around and in. So he walks away with one of the two on that trip to the free throw line. And it's a 17-point lead for Elsberry. Wyatt Harrison being guarded by Wilson into the paint, kicks it out to Richards. Richards tries to get the ball to Logan, loses it. Irving comes away with it down court. He's going to drive, and he's fouled.
Yeah, Lumley had no choice but to kind of hammer him and foul him there.
Lumley wasn't the closest one to him when the ball got loose, but did a good job of getting down court.
Yeah, great hustle by Lumley.
Irving's at the free throw line. Shots off the rim, no good. Still 51-34.
On that last possession, that's not the first time we've seen the Bulldogs throw a pass kind of to nobody.
Miscommunication when running the offense?
Yeah, I mean, something. I mean, just not in sync, I would say.
Irving shots up. His second one is good. 52-34. 6:46 to go in the ball game. Wyatt Harrison trying to get it to cutting Jack Logan. And Elsberry now has two fouls in the ball game.
And Dodson's going to pick up the push in the back on Logan.
In case you hadn't already done this math, nobody is in foul trouble. Jack Logan gets it into Cooper Lumley. To McCormick. Left wing. McCormick's going to drive and get called for a travel.
Yeah, McCormick went to jump stop, but his feet did not land at the same time, and that's a good call by the referee.
Elsberry inbounds, some Toket pressure. Wyatt Harrison is staying glued to Kinsler. Dodson left side to Irving. Back to Kinsler. Out on the left wing. Dodson's going to back out near half court. He's guarded by McCormick. Dishes it off to Kinsler, up top to Irving. Looking to get down low to Turnbull. Turnbull muscles his way into the paint, puts up the shot, gets it to go over Lumley.
Not a lot Lumley can do there with the size disadvantage.
Ethan Harrison down low to Lumley, who sees a nice spin move on Kinsler, I believe, and went baseline.
Yeah, Turnbull went for the steal, didn't get in, and it left Lumley with a wide open pass to the basket once he got the ball.
54-36 is the score, under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Dotson left side to Irving. Irving's going to drive. Puts up the off-balance shot, can't get it to go. And he's got a really good track record with the off-balance penetration. Didn't get to go that time. Louisiana came away with it quickly up court. The Dogs get a shot from Ethan Harrison from outside the arc on the right wing. It doesn't go. Elsberry comes away with the rebound. And now they're at the other end of the court. Irving's going to take a three-pointer. Off the back of the rim, no good. Ethan Harrison with the rebound. Ethan Harrison to McCormick. Back to Ethan Harrison. He's going to go up top to Lumley. Left side to Harrison. Bounce pass inside to Logan. Logan.
Tough finish.
The bucket and the foul.
And, I mean, good pass by Ethan Harrison to give him the ball. And Logan goes to his go-to move again, the baby hook, and great finish through the contact.
Well, we mentioned when we talked earlier in the evening, have to see some offensive production somewhere other than Jack Logan, some consistent production.
Yeah, and I mean, like many other nights, I mean, it just hasn't really been there tonight for the Bulldogs.
54-39. McCormick's picking up Dotson near half court. We've got timeout, Elsberry. Again, 54-39 is the score. Elsberry leads Louisiana with 4:42 to go in the ballgame.
The best coverage of high school sports on KJFM is brought to you by County Market in Louisiana and Vandalia, Perkins Electrical Services, and Bowling Green Pharmacy.
Bowie General Services of Farber is ready to help you with all your lawn and landscaping needs. Or maybe you are needing firewood. They offer that as well. Bowie General Services is your reliable contractor in Audrain, Pike, and the surrounding counties.
Hi, this is Dalton Bowie. Give us a call today for a free quote on your next project or to schedule lawn maintenance. 573-470-5354. Or visit our Facebook page, Bowie General Services.
As temperatures fall, CD rates are rising at People's Savings Bank. With flexible terms from 4 months to 24 months, get more for your money with annual percentage yields as high as 3.82%. Stop in at any of our 11 locations, including right here in Bowling Green, to open a high-interest rate CD. Or check us out online at ourpsb.com. People's Savings Bank. Member FDIC. Quoted APY based on a 4-month term with a minimum $1,000 deposit to open or obtain stated APY. Terms and conditions may change. Ask for details.
Elsberry gets the ball inbounds. Irving saves it by throwing it off of Ethan Harrison. That time in the backcourt, so Elsberry will inbound again. Irving trying to get it in, running out of time. Timeout. Elsberry will keep it here. 54-39 is the score. 4:41 to go in the ball game. Louisiana from this point. Coach Smith is looking to do what?
I think you're looking to see him finish strong and not bow down. This is where you really see what kind of competitor you are in the face of adversity, in my opinion.
A 15-point lead for the Elsberry Indians is not insurmountable for the Louisiana Bulldogs, but they would have to shift gears here. For Elsberry, Coach Johnson is looking to kill as much clock as possible, just keep playing their game.
Yeah, right now, I mean, you don't want to ever tell your team to just stall, but take care of the basketball, take your wide open shots. Don't force anything that you don't need to.
Elsberry more than likely will be making sure they're still getting good looks. Louisiana's got pressure. Kinsler gets it into Dotson. Dotson across half court for the Indians. He's being guarded by Richards. Bounce pass on the left elbow to Turnbull. Turnbull hands it back off to Dotson. Turnbull's going to get right back. Good D again by Lumley, and Turnbull, nice shot as he gets that one to go.
Yeah, another good shot by Turnbull going to that spin move over Lumley.
Richards on the right wing. He's guarded by Irving. Harrison's going to drive, looks to put up the shot, and he's fouled. Ethan Harrison's going to be going to the free throw line.
And not that it's really matters at this point, but that's Turnbull's first foul of the night.
4 team fouls for the Indians, 4 team fouls for the Bulldogs. Ethan Harrison's free throws up off the side of the rim, no good. He's got another one. Looks like Wyatt Martin's getting ready to check into the game. Ethan Harrison's second free throw, no good. Turnbull with the rebound. Gets it to Kinsler. Kinsler's going to be picked up near half court by Wyatt Martin. He gets it to Dotson, left wing to Irving, back up top to Kinsler. Martin's staying right on him, and he's going to be called for the foul. His assignment is to get as close as possible to Kinsler.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get up in their shorts a little bit right now at this point in the game for sure. Put as much pressure as you can and try to force a mistake.
Kinsler's going to inbound. Goes into the backcourt to Dotson, guarded by Richards. Less than 4 minutes to go in the ballgame. 56-39 is the score. Elsberry leading Louisiana. Knocking the ball away is Wyatt Harrison, and Dotson fouls him as Harrison tries to blow by him.
Harrison with the quick hands to force the steal, and then Dotson just kind of trying to catch up to the play. Unfortunate to get the foul.
Wyatt Harrison bounce pass into Donovan Richards. Richards guarded by Irving. Richards at the top of the key, sees a seam, drives, dishes off to Martin, who loses the handle on it.
That was a great find and pass by Donovan Richards. It was just a little bit too hot for Martin to handle and went to go up and lost control.
Dotson coming across half court. He's picked up by Richards. 3:21 on the clock. Dotson goes left wing, then back around to the top of the key, goes right side to Wilson. Now finds a cutting Kinsler into the paint, off the glass, rolls off the front of the rim. Rebound hauled down by Martin. Logan's got the ball left wing, gives up his dribble, gets it up top to Martin. He's guarded by Turnbull, goes right side to Richards. A lob inside to Logan. Logan double team, dishes it off to Martin. Martin drives, puts up the shot, and Turnbull's going to pick up the foul.
Good find by Jack Logan, completely underneath the hoop and kind of wiggled his way around and found Martin cutting to the rim. And Martin's going to have an opportunity to knock down some free throws here.
Turnbull never really hit his stride this evening for the Elsberry Indians.
No, he did not. I mean, he's played well this second half, but just never really got going scoring, but he hasn't really needed to either.
Wyatt Martin knocks down the first free throw. Second one off the back of the rim, off the hands of Turnbull, corralled by Kinsler. Kinsler gets it to Dotson. Dotson's going to come across the half court. Picked up by Richards, goes left side to Irving. Irving's being guarded by Ethan Harrison. Down low to Turnbull. Turnbull going to look to put the shot off the glass, and he's fouled from behind.
Yeah, Martin got him from behind there, and ultimately Louisiana's not going to be able to stop him very much once he catches the ball in the block, so you really have to deny him the ball to begin with.
Looking to stretch the lead at the free throw line. Turnbull's shot is up, and it's no good. So after very few fouls the first 3 quarters of play, we're playing catch-up.
Yeah, I think the officials are trying to play catch-up here in this last quarter of the game, trying to make it look good.
Turnbull's second free throw falls. 57-40 is the score. Logan trying to find some space inside, cutting now into the lane. Ethan Harrison, he puts up the shot, fights for the rebound, goes out of bounds, last touch by Louisiana. We've got a timeout. Bulldogs. 57-40 is the score. Elsberry leads Louisiana with 2:20 to go in the fourth quarter of play.
The area's best coverage of high school sports on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pike County Health Department, People's Savings Bank, and All Parts.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. The Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook,
Bringing you
check out our
all
website,
the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
2:20 on our clock, 57-40 is the score. Elsberry inbounding the ball. They have a 17-point lead over Louisiana going down the stretch. Dodson is hounded by Martin as he gets near half court. Wrapped up, called a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Louisiana.
Nice job by the Louisiana defense there to force a jump ball and get the ball back.
Louisiana, Richards driving into the paint, puts up the shot, no good, gets his own rebound. Stolen away by Irving. Irving now on Harrison to Kinsler. Kinsler off the glass, no good, followed by Wilson, no good. Indians all over the floor. The Bulldogs with the ball in transition. Ethan Harrison has the ball. Irving knocks it away. It goes off of Harrison, out of bounds. Irving applauding his effort as Elsberry gets the ball back. And there's a little explanation going on over on the sideline regarding the interaction.
Yeah, I think both coaches are a little bit concerned about the game getting out of hand and no fouls being called with a lot of contact right now.
Inbounds to Irving. He's being picked up by Wyatt Martin. Kinsler with it, top of the key to Wilson. Elsberry running a weave, looking for a seam. Kinsler back to Wilson. Wilson guarded by Logan. Up top now to Irving. Irving again guarded by Martin. Dodson guarded by Richards. Some help from Lumley, but Dodson knocks down the three from the left wing.
Yeah, smooth the jumper by Dodson. They're going to his left.
So Louisiana again sets things up on offense. Donovan Richards goes up top now to Martin. Right side to Wyatt Harrison, and a foul called away from the ball.
And they're going to get Dodson fouling Logan from behind while he's working for position in the low block.
Elsberry fans don't necessarily agree. Jack Logan goes to the free throw line.
It's kind of tough because they haven't called that all night, and now with a little over minutes ago, they decide to call it.
Well, Logan's at the free throw line. First one's up, and it's good. Jack Logan gets one more. 60-41 is our score, 106 on the clock. Logan knocks down both free throws, makes it 60-42. Irving quickly across half court for Elsberry, and he's wrapped up by Logan.
And I'm not sure. He was fouling him on purpose there. The game's a little bit out of reach to foul now, though, in my opinion.
Both teams now in the bonus. Dodson's going to check out of the ball game. Irving's at the free throw line. Off the back of the rim, no good. So the 1-and-1 turns into a one and done. Less than a minute. Donovan Richards with the ball, right elbow, shot off the front of the rim, no good. Kinsler with the rebound. Kinsler cross half court, goes right side to Irving. Now to Reller. Kind of running a slow weave outside with Kinsler with the ball. He's picked up by Richards, and Elsberry's just going to work the ball around outside the arc right now. 30 seconds left on the clock. Kinsler's going to back it out near half court. Donovan Richards is guarding him, and both teams at this point seem content to see the clock disappear.
Yeah, that's going to do it. A little over 15 seconds left, and hats off to Elsberry coming in on tough conference road win. Really handling business.
Less than 10 seconds. 60-42, and they're going to dribble it out with no defensive pressure. Bulldogs head to the bench. And that's the final from Louisiana High School. The Elsberry Indians defeat the Louisiana Bulldogs 60-42. Our post-game show is on the way on KJFM Radio.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Family Drug is your locally owned pharmacy, and their pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because just like you, they support their community. Family Drug, locally owned and hometown proud on Georgia Street in Louisiana.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes to the Philadelphian favorite water ice, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, "The sweetest fruits of life come from serving others." And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
See me, Tim Jenkins, at 3404 Georgia Street for a free insurance review.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
The Elsberry Indians defeat the Louisiana Bulldogs by a score of 60-42. We'll run down some other scores around the area as well before we wrap things up this evening. Greg Pitzer, the Louisiana Bulldogs and Elsberry Indians got off to a really strong start in quarter one, which I think was, 13-11, Elsberry's favor?
Yeah, I believe that's right, Gordon. 13-11 in Elsberry's favor, and it was really back and forth. Fun to watch basketball in the first quarter, and then second quarter you saw Elsberry kind of handle their business and establish a solid lead, and then from then on, just handled business.
Well, and Elsberry's, they've got the right kind of makeup to hold on to a lead. Not a team that you necessarily want to have to play catch up with.
No, they're not. They're very well rounded. And when we go through the scoring column, you'll see that. They had several guys in double digits or right around double digits, and they're just tough to defend. They're a well coached team, and they're a good ball club.
So off of the 33-point effort last night for Jack Logan, the Louisiana Bulldogs, how did Louisiana stack up scoring-wise this evening?
Well, Logan led the way with 22, and then from there on out, there were only four other guys that scored. You had Ethan Harrison with 6, Wyatt Harrison with 5, Cooper Lumley with 4, and Wyatt Martin with 3. And that was it. Of their 40 points, Jack Logan had 22 of them.
For the Elsberry Indians.
We had Kinsler lead the way with 18, and then you had Dodson with 10. Turnbull got to 10 alone in the second half. Wilson with 9, Irving with 9, and Reller with 3.
So Kinsler ended up with 18 points. He had 16 of those in the first half.
Yeah, 16 in the first half, and he only hit the 2 free throws in the third quarter, and that was it. But
and really the ball game was about the same in the second half. Stayed right about where it was. All that damage for the most part was done in the second quarter of play.
Yeah, most of it was done in the second quarter, and then the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, Elsberry stretched it out to about 18-20. And Louisiana kind of would get it back down to 15, but could never get any closer.
Final thoughts regarding Elsberry and Louisiana?
Well, Elsberry, based on the schedule, they've got a week off, it looks like, and next weekend they play at the Quincy Shootout against Augusta. That should be a really good game. Augusta's got a kid that's going to Mizzou. So that would be an interesting game to watch if you can make the trip up. And for Louisiana, I think they got to find a way to rebound off this. I don't know their schedule for next week, but I'm sure they got some conference games, and they're going to get into the Bowling Green tournament. And they've really got to find a way to play as a team better.
Louisiana seeing North Point on the 16th, scheduled to see the Pittsfield Saukeys on the 19th, and then Silex on the 20th before the Bowling Green tournament.
So another 3-game week. So there's not really a lot of rest. I mean, they're just going to have to get better on the fly in these games.
The Louisiana Bulldogs falling to the Elsberry Indians by a score of 60-42. In just moments, we'll come back and wrap up some other scores around the area. You're listening to area high school basketball action with Eagle 102 Sports.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Brookshire with Pike County Health Department Home Health and Hospice. Did you know our agency currently offers over 30 programs and services to our communities? The Women, Infant, and Children's Program, infant through adult immunizations, car seat safety courses, diabetes counseling, and of course our amazing home health and hospice programs, just to name a few. Learn more by visiting our website at pikecountyhealth.org and see what services you and your family could benefit from.
High school sports on your area sports leader, Eagle 102. Brought to you by Bowling Green Tractor, Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and Ingram Plumbing.
Again, Gordon Sanders, Greg Pitzer, April Froelich from Louisiana High School. The Louisiana Bulldogs fell in the nightcap to the Elsberry Indians by a score of 60-42. Other varsity boys action, Bowling Green edged Van Far 60-58. Van Far had a last-second shot that didn't fall. Bowling Green picked up the win at home against the Van Far Indians, and it was Clopton defeating Silex in varsity boys play 58-39. The first game of the evening saw the Louisiana Bulldogs struggle against Elsberry out the gates, and those struggles continued shooting-wise most of the game, and a game that saw a lot of turnovers on both sides. Elsberry came out on top 29-9. Other varsity girls action earlier this evening, Bowling Green defeated Van Far 56-43, and it was Silex over Clopton 45-41, a matchup that's already now anticipated every time those two teams have a chance to square off at this point.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a match to watch for the years coming. I mean, and definitely possibly another chance in the Bowling Green tournament we may see them.
Yeah, two storied programs that are having a good year against each other. A heated rivalry continue to build as we roll through the course of the season. Final thoughts on the games from this evening, Greg?
I think for both the Lady Bulldogs and the men Bulldogs, I mean, just how are you going to respond from these tough losses? And then for the Elsberry Indians and Lady Indians, I mean, to see how they continue to keep rolling.
April, final thoughts on this evening?
I don't have any final thoughts.
well, but she's been putting that together, put the notes, added up, did the math, and came up with absolutely nothing to wrap up with.
That is so mean.
For April Froelich, for Greg Pitzer, I'm Gordon Sanders. Good night from the Jake at Louisiana High School.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week.